With her shovel in hand, she roams the universe, exploring every land, no map, no reverse. Oh, Digger 420, curious Canuck. Answers on your mind, never getting stuck. Riding waves of stars through the cosmic sea, finding who we are in the galaxy. She's got questions to ask and a fire that won't die, unraveling each task under the sky. Oh, Digger 420, curious Canuck. Answers on your mind, never getting stuck. Riding waves of stars through the cosmic sea, finding who we are in the galaxy. She's got questions to ask and a fire that won't die, unraveling each task under the sky. Oh, Digger 420, curious Canuck. Answers on your mind, never getting stuck.
Because, Hi, everyone. How are you doing? Of course, I just lost my coffee thing, whatever. Yeah, it stuck to the bottom of the coffee cup, of course. Coaster, there we go, the coaster thing. It stuck to the bottom of the cup, of course, and now it's on the floor. So what can you do when you live in a shoe, right? And now, of course, my PC is doing silly things. Oh, for Pete's sakes, it's a day. It's a day today. It's a big day today. Don't mind me as I'm getting all flustered. Hello, Wild. Hello, Smurf Gang. Hello, MJ. How you doing? You're getting by. That's good. Happy Monday. Yeah. Happy Monday. You'd have thought that, considering I wasn't streaming this morning, I would have, everything's ready to go. And there we go. Finally. There. It wouldn't open up this picture, so I couldn't turn the volumes off. So I had volume of me coming from YouTube and Rumble. Well, not Rumble just yet, but soon. But there we go. I've got it muted in time. Now I don't hear everything in the background. Good. All right. So your day went by really fast, MJ? That's good. Mine did too. It was, like I said, I had the I had the morning off. So you'd have thought I'd be all nice and relaxed and, ready to go early. And I did have the stream set up early. That was nice. Got the invites out last minute because that's me. So yeah, I should have been here rare and ready to go. And am I muted? I sure hope I'm not muted. It doesn't say I'm muted anywhere. Uh-oh. Oh goodness. You can hear me, right? This would really suck if y'all can't hear me. No, duct tape. See, now you've got me scared. It has been a really crazy Monday. Loud and clear. Good. All of a sudden, I'm like, just one more thing to go wrong, please. You can hear me. Okay, good. Yeah. So I should be ready and raring to go, but one thing led to another, and I ended up doing all sorts of little futzing arounds and visiting with neighbors, this, that, and the other thing, and everything's last minute. So there you go. But I'm here. You're here. We're all here. Woo-woo. I would share ice cream, but I can't get it to all you folks. I know. Hello, duct tape. You are in Germany. It'd be really hard to get it to you. Hard enough trying to get some ice cream over to you people on the other side of the border here. um, but yeah, so it's Monday. It will be chatting with friends. Invites got out last minute, like I said. So there's no one here just yet. I know some folks. It's only 4 o'clock in the afternoon for me here, but I understand that I'm the last person. Like I'm in the past. So it's like 6 or 7 o'clock for most of y'all, which is prime time to be doing family stuff, homework, dinner, soon to be bedtimes, that sort of thing. So yeah, the people will get here as they can. Otherwise, I can always talk to you guys. I mean, that's always a good time. Hello, Jeff Grady. How you doing? Oh, you're watching Boo a Medea Halloween. I have not seen that. I think I've only seen one Medea movie, actually. Yeah, I think I've only seen the one. I think it was the first one. Wild says I was peeking at news today, kind of pissed at the FBI as usual. I'm really sad to hear about what? Oh no, Scott Adams, the Dilbert cartoonist, has weeks to live. Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, I hadn't heard that. Um, Mind you, I'm in communist Canada, so I don't hear a whole lot. Uh, you're kind of pissed at the FBI. Well, what on specifically? I know that Cash, they were making it sound like Cash was closing down the Washington, D.C. Headquarters, FBI headquarters, but it turns out he's not shutting them down. He's just moving the building. Apparently, the Hoover building that has been in forever and ever and ever is decrepit and falling apart. So he's found new offices for the DC office, and he's moving them there. And then I think he was moving like 15,000 officers out of that specific office and into other FBI offices across the country. So that, I mean, made sense to me. I don't want to go to work in a condemned building. It's the same with the kerfuffle about the guitar airplane. To be fair, I'm afraid of flying. I will never fly. Just not going to happen. But I wouldn't want to fly in Air Force One either. Now that I've heard what's going on. Hello, Bad Dads I Love. How you doing? So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to be in Air Force One either. Keep going off the table, thank you. So I don't blame him for taking this lovely plane. And it's just until they can get off their ass and actually finish the new Air Force One that it's taken them, I don't know, I think someone said 40 years, which seems to me like really, really long time. But I know that Obama was trying to get the new one in. So it's been at least that long, which is quite a long time when we're talking about something that is supposed to hold a bunch of human lives up in the air. And then even more so when it's supposed to hold the president of the United States of America and keep him safe. I would think that a 40-year-old plane or a plane that's needed to be replaced for the last 40 years, whatever it was, I would think you'd want to replace it no matter what. Duct tape saying the ethics is the reason Trump should not have taken the plane. Well, isn't he taking it as a gift? Whoops, to the American people? Like, is it not going to be? Because I know there was some debate as to whether he was going to keep it when his term ended. But I thought as long as he left it to the American people, it wouldn't be an ethics thing. But I'm not sure. But yeah, because I know there was a big kerfuffle about it. But ethics or no ethics, I would rather be in a plane that actually is going to take off and land. But that's just me, and I'm not a fan of the idea of flying. Dan Bongino and Patel also said there's no evidence of Trump being shot in. Really? In PA? Oh gosh. Okay. See, now this is a Canadian. The one in PA, that was the one in Butler, right? So that's the one that grazed his ear. And they're saying there's no evidence of him being shot. What the heck? That seems like a story to look at. I mean, we've all seen it over and over again. What are they saying caused his ear to bleed? Bad Dazzler, 5 years so far. Okay, yeah. So they've been working on replacing it for 5 years. Gotcha. Hello, OG. Cash is trash saying Epstein unalived himself. Oh, right. I read that this morning and then I got sidetracked with life and forgot to go and look. So now they're saying that he actually unalived himself. That's, yeah. Yes, well. Sure. Sorry, sir, you have no spatial awareness to be engaged in investigations. Yeah, it's not, it wasn't possible the way it was laid out. It wasn't physically possible, from what I understood. Jeff Grady saying the moving of FBI agents out of DC was way overdue. It should happen every few years. The entrenched agent crap has to end. Well, that's kind of what I was thinking too. If you're an FBI agent or even like a CIA agent, unless you're like, undercover secret sort of thing, spy games, but otherwise, yeah, I would have thought being rotated, every 5-10 years tops, was just a thing. Honestly, I just assume, and assuming makes an ass out of you and me, mostly out of me, because I'm the one making the assumptions. But yeah, I just assumed that people got moved on a semi-regular basis so that corruption couldn't happen. But, silly me. If any other president did this, the press would be worse. With the airplane duct tape, fair enough. I think, yeah, I don't know if it'd necessarily be worse, but I think it would be just as loud. Anyone accepting a gift, especially a gift that's supposed to even temporarily replace Air Force One, it's a little iffy. But like I said, I'm on his side because I'm afraid to get on a plane and fly somewhere and then have it break and me fall for miles and miles and miles in the air, knowing I'm going to die, knowing it's going to be awful, and knowing and having that mental dialogue with myself for those minutes or seconds or whatever it takes for me to finally hit that ground. That's my biggest fear. It's not the flying part. I like heights. Heights are great. It's the fall. It's the fall that scares the heck out of me. So yeah, that's why I'm on Trump's side with the taking of the plane. I wouldn't want to step foot in Air Force One. It sounds like a death trap. And if Air Force One is like that, how much worse must be the vice president's plane? I can't imagine. So I'd be taking it anyways. And to be fair, that plane is so nice. I would just land it someplace and live out of it. Just permanently land it someplace, put it up on blocks and turn it into my home. The thing is so beautiful, so luxurious, so spacious. Hello, fill some holes. How you doing? Wild saying lies. Which ones are lies? Oh, the shots, the non-shot shot. Yeah. Well, I would like to know if it if they're saying that the shot that hit his ear wasn't a shot and it was all a ploy, who are they saying set it up? What are they saying happened to make his ear bleed? Like what are the theories, kids? Duct tape saying it is not for the American people. Okay. I know that there was concern over him keeping it. And then I heard someone else, the way it was worded was that it was going to the American people. So I never really heard which way that coin ended up landing on, whether it's a gift to him privately or if it's a gift to the American people. I'm not even sure if he's accepted it or not, because I know he wanted to, but I know it was in the air. So Jeff Grady's saying that jet is to be deployed for DoD use. Okay, so it's a DoD as opposed to Air Force One specifically. It's going to his library and he'll be able to use it for 10 years after. Okay. Okay. So that's if it's going to his library when his term ends, then that sounds more like a gift to him. That sounds more like a personal gift. So I don't know what the laws are in America on that, but that sounds a little bit I don't know. I don't know how gifts work. I think I would feel better if it was a gift to the American people, to be used by, whoever comes next. And then on just as a totally other aspect to think about, this is coming from Qatar. I mean, who's to say it's not rigged full of spyware, right? Like, who's to say there's not some bug that's deep down and asleep somewhere in a piece of hardware or software or something, and it's just waiting to be used, like the pagers suddenly all going off and blowing up, right? Like, these are things that you need to think of. So on that note, some people are starting to file in, so first come first serve. Hello, AP, how you doing, bud?
Not bad. How are you guys?
I'm doing great. What do you know about this plane? Anything at all?
I have no idea.
No.
There's a plane.
Yeah, apparently Qatar has given given Trump, I guess, a new plane. I guess Air
A new
Force
personal plane.
Well, and that's where I'm confused, and we're going through it now. I wasn't sure if it was being given to Trump personally or to the American people, and I've heard both scenarios suggested, so I'm not sure what is
Well,
is really true.
by law, the president cannot accept a gift from any country. And by
On
law,
his own behalf or on America's behalf?
on
Or just
anybody's
period?
behalf. And then
No gift at all.
No, it's a
Okay.
violation of the Hatch Act. And
Okay.
then by law, he can't accept anything. You can't have anything but a Boeing 780 or 767 as the Air Force One.
Okay. See, that's why I need you guys, because I don't know these things.
Now,
So that's good to know.
if it's a gift from Carter to him for after his presidency or something like that, then I couldn't tell you
Yeah.
if it violates any laws. But I know while he's president, he can't accept gifts from any foreign country
Okay.
or any leader or any foreign national.
Okay.
So.
Okay. That's all right. Oh, and then we've got another friend is here. Hello, Brian. How you doing?
Hiya.
How about you? You know anything about anything?
So it is a 747. That's what I know. So
Okay.
it is kind of, so from what I've kind of understood from it to some degree is that, so it is the 747. It is the proper plane. It is intended to replace Air Force One because it is a nicer plane. And the old one was kind of, getting dated. Sure.
Yeah.
And I thought it was kind of part of some trade deal that they did. It was it was shown kind of as a gift, but it wasn't.
Okay, because that was my understanding originally, was that it was gifted not to Trump personally, but to the American people. Like,
right.
It was meant it was meant to serve as Air Force One, because Air Force One apparently is a bucket of bolts that's been falling apart since at least Obama.
Like 1990 something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
so,
I don't believe that there's a provision anywhere that says you have to get Air Force One from Boeing itself. It is still the Boeing 747. It's just not purchased directly from them.
Oh, I see what you mean.
It just has to be specifically a Boeing 747. I thought it was a 767 when they upgraded it, but I guess it's a 747. It has to
they?
be that.
Yeah.
There's 2 of them anyways. Technically, there's 4 of them.
Well, yeah. I mean, doesn't
wanna
the
get
VP
super
have
tech-
one? Because they can't be in the same.
Yes. Yeah, the VP
so-
has his own
The Joint
strict-
Chiefs
Yeah.
follow the president, and then
Okay.
they don't put everybody on the same plane at the same time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
which
that
is
much.
a very smart move.
Yeah.
And I think like the not the Secretary of State can't be anywhere near. I think AP just said that. And then the House the House of Representatives leader can't be in
Speaker.
the same. Thank you. Speaker of the House cannot be in the same place either. Type of thing.
Right.
Cannot be flying on the same plane because
Right.
I think chain of command goes Secretary of State, then
and
Speaker.
yeah.
No.
No, it's
No.
Third in
Speaker of the
command is
House.
the Speaker of the House. Fourth
Oh,
in
yeah,
command
flip
is
it,
Secretary of
flip it.
State,
Yeah.
and then it's SecDef.
I can
Okay,
never
Wild,
remember the
I
order of stupid things.
See you saying they're saying it was an inside job. I didn't read the whole comment. You're right. I didn't read the whole comment. And it was Butler, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
So they're saying it was an inside job. Well, crap. Okay. And then Dowser's saying it just needs a retrofit. They have 2 that were for sale, the Boeings. So they've taken this long because Bedridden wanted to make a lot of changes before they took it. So Biden had issues and was making changes, and that's why it's still not.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't
Still
doing
not
anything.
done?
He was comatose when he wasn't
Well.
on screen.
Let's be honest, people. Biden was getting his diaper changed on Air Force One.
Yeah.
That dude literally had butt cancer. Like, come on.
It's interesting. It sounds like he's got the same super quick acting butt cancer like the King Charles has.
No,
No,
I refused to believe that he didn't have it forever.
Oh, you think?
Because when it comes to prostate cancer specifically, now there was a couple of doctors who were talking about this. If it was a super aggressive one, which is super rare and doesn't happen, then guess what? Then he probably had it for about 2 years, 2 to 3 years.
Okay.
Not
without knowing.
Immediately after he leaves office, and now he's dying.
Yeah. No. I didn't think it was like instantaneous. It's not like the heart attack, the spy heart attack pen or anything like that. Like I wasn't, but I think, yeah, he's probably had it. It probably developed in his last term. And it's just, when they were calling it like, it, whatever it is, speedy or fast acting or whatever it is. I just think they meant in general, as opposed to other types of prostate cancer. I didn't think they meant it came on out of nowhere. But from the sounds of it, it is whatever King Charles has, it's the same.
Yeah. So what the kind of consensus seems to be is it might have appeared or might have been found originally during when he was campaigning, actually, the last time. And then they started giving him the I'm trying to remember the word, but there's a drug they can do that they can give him that prevents certain I cannot think of the word right now. But whatever's generated in your prostate to stop being generated. But then it also causes muscle atrophy, including falls and mental decline.
Yeah. Okay.
Which could explain his decline from super early on, including churning on a Shabbat pressure and Babadoth care, and then him falling up the stairs of Air Force One.
I love that you've got that memorized.
American can be summed up in one word. Right on, Biden.
Yep.
What you said.
Fill some holes, lots of lightning and storms here. You keep your head down. I know there's been tornadoes and crap all over the place. You had some fun stormy times the other day. Or what was it, Friday night, Saturday, Brian?
We had the dust storm.
Okay.
That killed my internet /power. there were some crazy photos of that. It was just a wall of dust that just moved through.
Oh wow. Wow.
that
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah, there's some really weird weather going on. I don't know about you guys over in the East Coast. You guys have got, I mean, I got forest fire. I can deal with forest fire. I know how to take care of forest fire. But like sudden things like hurricanes and tornadoes and dust walls and tsunamis and like that's just you don't I need to prepare for my emergency. My anxiety needs me
You
to be
can-
able to prepare for these emergencies.
You can prepare for tornadoes.
Well, only so much. You don't know when they're like you don't get all that much warning, do you? Don't they
Yeah,
kind of
you
just
do.
pop up right away?
No,
hear a
you get
siren.
warning.
Oh, do you? Oh, okay.
You just
Yeah.
know that they're going to happen or have a chance of happening. So then once they start happening, then you're like, and down to the basement I go.
Okay.
Yeah, if
Okay.
it sounds like a freight train outside your house, you don't want to be in the level with all the glass.
Yeah, once
Fair
the
enough.
sky turns green, then you know.
Okay.
Green and
Okay, see, these are
purples and
things I could
blues.
remember. When the sky turns color.
If it turns a nice like puke yellow,
Mm,
you got about 10 seconds to get away from the area.
Yeah.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's the point where I want to say thank you, God.
Yeah, I mean the hurricane it develops at sea and gets weaker as it gets to land and then crosses land.
Okay.
Tornadoes get stronger as they cross land. So if you're just happen to be near an F5, just kiss your ass goodbye anyways because you're dead. It doesn't
Okay.
matter. Tornadoes are the one natural phenomenons that does not care about what's in its way.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I've seen little we call them tornadoes, but they're not.
Dust devils.
Not even as big as the car. They're yeah. It's totally not the same thing. So that sort of thing bothers me. I guess if you're used to it, it's a different thing, but it just you guys say, "Oh, okay, like it's time to go down to the basement. We'll talk to you later." And to me, I'm thinking, "My God, the world's going to end." What are you like? Ugh, I couldn't imagine just sitting there and not being able to do anything but sit there and wait it out. I think that bothers me
Well,
quite a
that's
bit as
I mean,
well.
what else were you planning on doing about that? I mean,
yeah.
Well, no, but like
you
in
see
the grand
fire and you
scheme
just
of
think,
things,
run.
yeah, in the grand scheme of things, like a fire, you pack you grab your stuff, you grab your go bag, grab the animals, and you leave, right? And then it's just a matter of getting farther away from the fire, right? When there's like a tornado or a major storm, like Florida, the hurricanes and that sort of thing, there's nothing you can't really outrun it. Like
There's no
You
real
know?
reason to try to outrun it. I mean, most of the time you're not, losing your whole house. Like I was literally hit by one like 2 years ago on stream.
Right? Wow.
Yeah. Or it was last year sometime. I was
Oh,
on stream with
yeah.
Mighty and Kaiser and all those people.
Yeah, I remember you had to leave because of a storm. I didn't realize it was that, or maybe I did at the time and I just don't remember it now because that's the way my brain works.
Yeah, we
know,
had
but,
a full-on tornado. It was
I'm
it
vaguely remembering
passed
that.
so my apartment and then there's a big road. It hit like on the big road in between like my apartment and the big road. Like we hit the edge of it where it's
Okay.
like the most violent like kind of rotation other than like in
Yeah.
the center.
Other than the center, yeah.
The shear got us, I guess I should say. Less
Okay.
rotation, more shear.
Okay.
Yeah, more pushing wind than pulling wind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Which I mean,
Tornadoes are
it
sweet,
did some
though.
damage, ripped down some tree limbs and all that good shit, but
But it wasn't. Yeah. Okay. I guess maybe it's just me building it up in my head.
I'd rather take a tornado than a fire any day because fire burns
Yeah.
down your entire fucking house.
Yeah, but only if it decides to pick your house. It's very weird. The fires here, they'll well, the fires everywhere, but you see it with forest fires more often, I guess. But how it'll, burn some houses completely to the ground and others are standing, or else the house is gone, but the white picket fence is still standing. It's really crazy the way fires.
Well, the
decide
fire
to go.
follows wind, so
Yeah. Yeah, but it's-
tornadoes are wind. So, it goes where it wants. Fires have to follow a pattern on the earth. So,
yeah.
but yeah, it you know, the crazy thing is hurricanes that start tornadoes.
Yeah.
Because that happens too.
Yeah.
Okay,
Water
I thought
spouts a lot too.
hurricanes
Yeah.
and tornadoes were the same thing. It was just like an East
No.
Coast, West Coast thing.
No,
or
no,
something.
no. Vastly different.
So what's the difference then?
Hurricanes are water based.
Okay,
Tornadoes are wind based.
our wind. Okay,
Hurricanes
yeah.
create wind from water pressure, high and low
Okay.
pressure in the water. So so hurricanes start in hot water, tropical water,
okay,
and they
Mhm.
gain power as they move across tropical water. When they hit cold water, they dissipate.
okay.
And then
Tornadoes-
a tornado on the water is a water spout
Yes.
specifically.
Okay.
And those ones can come from hurricanes because it's wind based, but it's also
Right.
barometric pressure. So when a
Okay.
high pressure system and a low pressure system swells and turns, that's when you get a tornado, but it does not need water to do it. Water is a part of it because it's a thunderstorm,
Right.
but it's more because of the pressure.
Okay.
So,
Interesting.
and the one that's most dangerous is a tornado because they can show up in an instant.
Okay.
Yeah, hurricanes you see for, days beforehand.
Yep. In
Okay.
the East Coast, West Coast versus in the West Coast, they're called crap. I just forgot the name of it.
Typhoons.
There you go.
Typhoon.
So
Okay.
Typhoons, and on the East
Okay.
Coast, they're hurricanes. Same storm cell.
Okay, so that's what I was having mixed up. It's
Yeah.
typhoons and hurricanes, not hurricanes and tornadoes. Okay.
And then typhoons are weaker for some reason because of the Pacific Ocean so damn big.
Okay.
That, and then I think
I thought
it's,
it was colder.
much colder
Yeah.
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
you
'cause
get a
it's
lot
freaking
of
cold.
drag down from the Arctic down. That's why California water is so much colder too.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hello,
and dangerous
Kaiser.
because of
How
all
you
the
doing?
Speaking of
Because
things
of all
that show
the
up
cold.
suddenly and cause catastrophe. Hey, what's up?
how's it going, Kaiser?
I'm good, AP. How about you, buddy?
I'm doing slightly better than I was last week.
Huzzah!
I'll take it.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, we'll take it. And you made it through this time around too, eh, Kaiser? Wasn't quite
Yeah, we
so
had-
bad for you.
We lucked out, like really lucked out. I have friends down like about 45 minutes to an hour south of us that got golf ball size hail
Wow.
and they got pounded. Tornadoes, high winds, heavy rain, hail. We got a couple 80-mile-an-hour wind gusts and some rain. That was it. I had to chase the kids' little toy house thing across the neighborhood a couple of times, but other than that, it was all right.
Oh.
I was like, oh, well, that wasn't so bad. Knock on wood.
Yeah, yeah. No, I much prefer a fire. Mr. Q is saying, "Oh, come on! Everyone knows you can hang yourself with paper sheets when you're a 180-pound man, right?" Well, and there was a problem with the length of the sheet too, right? Like it was too long for him to be able to actually get taut enough to harm himself. I thought. I can't.
It's too weak. So it was like tissue paper.
Oh, I
they
knew it
had,
was
like,
weak, but I thought it
nothing.
was too long as well. I thought it wouldn't.
I mean, you could just do a fancy
might-
knot and make it short enough. I mean,
That's true. That's true.
Yep.
OG is saying every inmate in his wing was moved. The cameras went awry and the guards fell asleep. Come on. Epstein was put down. Anybody that says otherwise is an enemy of the people. Well, yeah, it sounds to me like it's much more plausible that he had help.
we're trying to
Oh,
preserve
you
some kind of
think?
status quo.
He broke his
Yeah.
hyoid bone. It's nearly impossible
Yeah,
do
that's
by
not a
yourself.
hanging. That's a strangulation. Usually.
Yeah, Crowder
Yeah.
tried to replicate that back in the day, and there's like, yeah, you have to have like a person like pulling on your,
Yeah.
whatever's around your neck to actually break your
to
hyoid
get
bone.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, or you have to drop from like 30
Yeah.
stories, which would be enough to rip your head off. So
Yeah. Yeah. That would be popping off instead of Yeah. Choo. So Wild was saying, see there it is. Sorry, the chat moved on me. You should see the interview of Bongino and Patel. Looks like a hostage video. Deep state controls them. Body language is wild. Really? Okay. I will have to go look for
Yeah.
that then. Yeah, have some fun watching that. That sounds really, really, I don't know. I mean, inside job I can totally believe, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, at this point, it's kind of like, we kind of just know.
Yeah.
Like, I just wish they would come out and just out with it already. We're like, we know, guys. Just stop.
Yeah,
Stop
Right.
lying.
the same thing
Well,
with JFK. We
And
know who
Bush.
killed him. It's
Yeah.
not. It wasn't. Anybody other than the Secret Service.
Mhm.
Yep.
It's
Secret
pretty
Service,
easy.
the FBI, they were all in on it. We all know
Yep.
it.
Yeah.
And say all the 3-letter agencies took out the one guy who was trying to
Trying
disband
to take
all of
them
that.
out.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
So your fear of flying is your justification for taking a bribe plane, says Duct Tape. Well, only in my hypothetical mind. I don't honestly, he's a president. Taking a plane, that's why I was asking, because I really don't know, and I've heard both sides of the story, that it was present to him or a present to the people. Whether he's keeping it for himself or if people are going to keep it, I don't know. But I was just talking out my ass. Like, for me, in my own person, I would feel safer flying in the new plane than in the old plane. But yeah, no, that's not justification for taking the plane. don't misunderstand me.
Well,
I
if-
couldn't care less about this plane that was apparently
It
taken.
looks lovely. It looks
Yeah.
phenomenal. I would literally put it on blocks someplace and live in it as a home. It's beautiful.
That's the thing. I mean, Trump owns 4 planes, so
It's not
Yeah.
like he needs another one.
like, he doesn't. If it's a gift to him, it's kind of stupid because he has the brand new Gulfstream 650. He's got a bunch of Gulfstreams. He's even got a Learjet. So
Yeah.
Right. It's kind of the idea that it's not considered a corporate bribe if you give somebody a water bottle with your logo on it. However, if you give them like box seats to a Bulls game or something like that, then it's considered a bribe.
Okay.
comes down to money.
It's how
Yeah.
much it's worth to the individual,
Yeah.
and I don't think a plane's worth shit to him. Now, to me,
No.
that would be a bribe.
Yes, I see. OG is saying Trump should have sold the plane and give the money to the veterans. That's a good idea.
There you go.
Just take it. Yeah, you can ship
Still
the gold
could.
off of everything and melt that back into bricks and sell that
I mean,
separately.
I have to ask, who made the plane though? Because if it was Boeing,
It is
Yeah,
a
it
Boeing
was a Boeing
plane.
plane.
It is a Boeing plane, but it's it was they I guess Qatar buys a lot of Boeings. They're one of the main purchasers of Boeing planes, and then they take them and then upgrade them their own.
I'm still.
Well, and that's the thing,
I
you know,
mean-
from a spy point of view, or just a national security point of view, I don't think you'd want to use that plane as Air Force One, because they
Right.
probably got it bugged 9 ways, from Sunday, and
Right.
who knows what kind of secret sleeping programming they can have in it, and then just find the right people are in there and go, okay, push a button, wake up the little bug, and suddenly everything's gone haywire and it's fallen, right? Like,
Yeah,
ugh.
I mean, it's like renting a hotel room back in the during the Stalin era. You want your apartment bugged or unbugged? I mean, it's really all it amounts to. It's kind of like smoking or non-smoking. We used to have when we actually had laws as a country and we weren't pussies.
Right?
Yeah. Or
Yeah,
you
well,
know,
you could go to a McDonald's and there were ashtrays on the table, and Grandpa's over here, like you're halfway through your Happy Meal. Grandpa's just sitting there, smoking a Marlboro like nobody's business.
Wait, you could
Yeah.
smoke
Whenever-
inside?
Oh yeah.
you know
You
what,
could
that's
smoke
Ryan?
in
crazy.
hospitals, you could smoke in the airplanes, you could smoke anywhere you darn well please.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I
Fathers
used to
would be
go-
sitting
yeah.
in the maternity waiting room, cigarette
Uh-huh.
after cigarette after cigarette, and mom's waiting too, having her own cigarette.
In the
Yeah,
maternity.
Yeah.
the-
Yeah.
I'm sorry to you do the old like sorry my young whippersnapper friend here, but I mean
Yep.
I grew up in a time period when you literally there was a smoking section and a non-smoking section
Yes.
at McDonald's, and there
And
was literally nothing separating
all
the
one
two.
room.
It
Yeah.
was all one room, so you were
Yeah.
catching the same secondhand smoke off of the guy's Camels or Marlboros or whatever he was
Oh
smoking.
yeah.
No matter what, every fast food joint smelled like an ashtray. It was back
Totally.
when we actually had balls
Yes.
and lung cancer, but whatever.
Well,
Well, we
Yeah.
still have lung cancer.
I remember the cigarette machines, like the cigarette vending machines.
Oh yeah, the vending
Sitting
machines.
in
Yep.
at the front door of the restaurant. So
Yep.
you walk in and there's your cigarette vending machine, so you can buy your smokes as before you go to your seat, and then you can sit and smoke all
Did
day
you buy
long.
them in like packs of 1 or 2?
Yeah.
Like
Packs, individual
Yeah, just
packs,
like buy a pack of
Yeah.
cigarettes and
like a
sit
pack
down.
of 20 or a pack of 25.
in the
depending
vending
on-
machine, they would just sell packs. They wouldn't
Yep.
just sell like individual.
Yeah.
I think they used
They
to
weren't selling
once upon a
loosies, but,
time.
you
I
know.
think in the 60s and 70s, I think they had some that would sell individuals.
I feel like that would
Um,
just go stale so quick.
I mean, of course, back in the 60s and 70s, they had like
Everyone's
chicks
bought
walking around in bunny girl outfits, like selling them
Yes.
like right out of their little box,
Yes.
like right under their boobage. And I'm like,
Cigars.
That sounds
Yeah.
amazing.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't buy the cigarette. I just look at the bunny girls.
We used to
Right?
be a proper country.
Sounds like we need to get
Yeah.
back to that.
Oh goddamn, yes.
Agreed.
Yeah. Hello,
And-
Johnny. Johnny's in here, it looks like. He says, no, it's my right leg.
Hey!
So woohoo. Johnny is in chat via the hospital at the moment with
Uh-oh.
an
Oh,
infection
no.
in his leg. So yeah, bad news, good news. Like it's not a good thing, but they caught it and he's on antibiotics and he's going to be in there for a couple of nights, it sounds like. So they're going to make sure he's okay.
Hopefully he
Prayers for
recovers.
recovery on that one.
Was this
Yeah.
from when he had like fallen and cut his foot open?
I don't know. I know that he was saying the chills and stuff kicked in last night or night.
Ooh.
Today's Monday, so yeah,
That's
like
bad.
last night. They kicked in, but I'm guessing the infection was probably there for a while. Just
Oh, if he's
hadn't-
having chills, that had to have been there in it for a while.
for a while. Yeah, yeah.
And
Well,
it's-
But I got a really pretty photograph sent to me
Ooh,
of
send it to
a
me. I wanna
swollen
see it.
of a swollen leg and little purple line drawn around the swelling to make sure that they can measure and see if it's getting bigger or smaller, the swelling patch. So
hopefully he
interesting.
doesn't have sepsis.
Yeah.
Johnny, let her send it to me.
But no, like I can tell you with MS, I get chills and I don't have any infections. So
Right. It's kind of a
It's
thing
hard
that
to tell.
happens. I'm starting to understand that's a thing anyways, which is why it's just as well that he went into the hospital when he did, because he could have just ignored it thinking it was MS stuff, right? And it could have
No,
been
it's
really
a
bad.
good thing
so-
that he's getting that treated.
Yeah.
Infections can become incredibly difficult.
Well, it's also odd because when you have MS, your immune system is hyperactive, so it should be automatically in fighting the infections.
Mm,
So
I don't know. Rusty, hello. How you doing, buddy? Rumor is you infected Johnny with the love bug. Aw. Yeah, there was another rumor in the steel toe chat this morning that I was trying to kill him.
I
I was
can
trying to
believe
knock
that.
him off.
Trying to get that I don't know,
I did. Yeah. See, that's
health
the thing.
insurance.
We're both on disability. Like we don't have. There's no money. I'm not sure why they thought that I was trying to knock him off, but there was a couple of interesting ways in which they thought I was trying to knock him off. So I got a bit of a laugh at the end of the
The word is
stream
life
there.
insurance.
no money, no life insurance, so it's just a crime of passion. Eh? You just love killing.
Yeah, I just love
Okay.
killing.
You saw him sleeping with his futon, and you're like, "That's it."
That's what I gotta have. Yeah. I got him to write out a will where he leaves the futon and the cat's fuck toy to me. So That's what I was after all along.
You're in it for Al.
Probably.
Yeah, well, I remember when he sent me a picture. I can't even remember. Oh, it was a picture of one of the figures that he was building, a model that he was building, but it just so happened to have a bare foot in it, and it also had in the background I could see Al's stuffed dog fuck toy, and yeah, it was.
Oh, this was when he was building that Gundam, I think.
Yeah,
Ah.
yeah. So
Okay, I have to ask though, which one?
Oh, none of the good ones.
Damn it.
yeah, it was I don't know. If he's still listening, I'm sorry. I really don't know much about Gundams at
Yeah,
all.
see, that's one of those things. It's like anytime somebody says, "Oh, I built a Gundam model," it's like you sit there and you're like, "Okay, which one?" Because I'm going to judge you.
I'm pretty sure it was like the first one or something. I don't know. One of them was burgundy, the other one was white with red and black parts. I don't.
Crickets.
Yeah, I have no idea what their names are, but I can tell you they were pretty.
Yeah,
I didn't even know there was different Gundams. So
Oh, there
Yeah,
are
yeah.
literally hundreds of them, like different designs. From all the
Yeah.
different like series over the years. The Gundam franchise has been going since 1979, and they just put out another miniseries this year on Prime.
Okay. Yeah.
So I mean they're still going. I say I think
Yeah.
Yoshiyuki Tomino died years ago. I'm not sure. Maybe he's
Mhm.
still kicking. I don't know.
I thought he died a couple years back, like pre-COVID, but I might be wrong. Thought it was like 18.
no idea.
The Renegar's saying you think they're not going to strip the plane. Well, fair enough. Yeah, of course they're going to strip it down and make sure there's nothing nefarious on it.
I'll be damned. He's still alive. 83.
Oh, I thought he.
He's
Okay,
Japanese, right?
He was
Yeah.
born in 83. He's
Yeah, he'll die about
younger
100.
than
he is
me.
a 83.
But he was
He
born
is
in-
83. Okay.
No, he's 83. He was born in 1941. Like Gundam came out in 1979.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's wow, 83 years old. He's still doing it. Wow.
I knew it was old, but I didn't realize it came out the same year I did. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Oh, was there I'm sorry, Renegar. Blah, blah. Oh, and now I clicked on something else. I don't want to do that. Oh, there was. Thank you, Renegar. Why did you give Johnny's third leg an infection, you dirty digger? Okay, see, that makes sense because I saw Johnny come in the StreamYard saying, no, it's my right leg, but I couldn't see him anywhere else, so I didn't know who he was talking to. He was talking to the super chat that I didn't see. There you go. All right, that makes a lot more sense then. Sorry about that, Renegar. Thanks for letting me know. I'll move the there
Following
we
has been
go.
closed caption for the reality impaired.
Mr. Q
Lordy.
says no one cares about Biden. He's dying of cancer. We all knew it when they elected him. He's 80 years old. Who's 80 years old and doesn't have cancer? Fair enough. OG is saying, yeah, Biden got colon cancer. He's even a pain in the ass to himself. Yes, he is.
Remember when he fell off that bike?
Hello, MSO. How you doing? Hello, Mr. Q. I think
What
I
is-
said hello to you earlier, but not sure.
I think so.
Oh, and Wild is saying that that's what Scott Adams has as well. The Dilbert cartoonist. He's got that same ass cancer.
Mm.
There you go.
He's
Yeah, no,
still doing
my-
live streams though.
I think my grandfather had that for
Does he? Wow.
7
Yeah, on Rumble.
years, I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
he had it for a long, long time, and then it eventually killed him.
Yeah. I
mean-
don't think we've got all sorts of illnesses in my dad's half. Mom's adopted, so who knows? Who cares, right? But my dad's half, we've got like cancers, but not really prostate cancer. It's more the other like
Is it
bone
prostate or
and stuff.
Colon, that my grandfather had. I can't remember which one. This was back in 5, 6. I was like 12.
I'm sorry,
not
Renegar.
Almost 8.
There you go. You heard that from Tim Pool? Shut up. Oh, I don't know what I heard from Tim Pool.
What?
I actually don't watch Tim Pool at all, so I most definitely didn't hear it from him.
Oh, I think
softball-
okay. I think that was when I was talking about it.
Oh, okay.
And
Oh.
no, not necessarily. We got a lot of cancer in my family, like a lot of cancer in my family.
Mm,
So this is
And-
one of them that's common.
yeah. MJ is saying softball-sized hail is fun, so he's experienced it. we've had golf ball sized.
Well, that's what we had was golf ball here in
Yeah.
Indy. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've definitely seen golf ball sized, but I've not seen anything larger than that in person. That's big enough for me. I'm okay.
Yeah, we had baseball size one time a couple of years ago in a very
Wow.
isolated pocket of Indy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like it came and went, thank God, and I wasn't anywhere near it. I'm like,
biggest
I
we've
got
gotten
enough
is
problems
marble.
with my car. I don't need another set of dents.
Yeah.
Dense
Or a new windshield.
windshield is what you're looking at there.
Look,
Yeah.
I'm just saying that
Yeah.
yeah, it's fine. We didn't need windshields for a while there. We just, it's back when you put on the goggles and you're just going down the road, twiddling down your little metal key there.
Was this before or after you got like floors in your car, so you didn't have to push it with your feet anymore?
Oh,
Son of a bitch.
it's about that old.
Actually, the glass back in the day could take a hit
Oh,
because it was really thick.
yeah.
yeah,
Nowadays,
but
it's
then it
thin
would
as hell.
shatter and
Now it's
kill
just-
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
but it
he's
took a
saying
lot to
softball
shatter it.
sized. Virgin Rain, Hail Mary.
Mm.
Softball size hail. Nice.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but I know that if you get hit with it, you're going to get baptized.
You're gonna meet God.
You're seeing God.
Hello, lass. How you doing, hon?
Oh,
Oh
Lord.
my goodness.
Played paintball at Hell Survivors here in Michigan, and it started hailing, and I didn't know if I was getting hit with a paintball or
Mhm.
hit with hail. And thankfully, we all stopped because the lightning started striking. But yeah,
You ever
that's
been
the
hit
worst
by a
hail I've
frozen
been in.
paintball?
No, I haven't.
Shit hurts.
Yeah, I've seen bruises after the fact, so I'm assuming it hurts. I never played it because I'm not dumb. I don't like pain.
Yeah, well,
Hello, lady. How you doing?
Sky, what's up?
And hello, Island. How you doing?
Island. Hi.
Oh, and OG
Talking
is
with
saying he
Island earlier
beat
today?
Patelin. He beat Patelin live.
just noticed.
Ha ha ha. Ba-dum-dum ting. And David Nelson, good to see you. Jeff Grady is saying Trump negotiated and ordered a new Air Force One on his first stream. Did Biden administration cancel the order? Well, from
On
what
his
I'm on,
first stream.
or on his first term, sorry, I'm on his first term. From what I understood, like I was saying, I'm pretty sure Obama was the one who first put in an order for a new Air Force One. And he was what, 2008, 2006?
Yeah, he came in 2008 and then he ran it again and got elected in 2012, went through 16. That's when Trump got elected.
When Trump came in. So yeah, it's been a long time since they've been waiting for that plane. So, you know.
Mhm.
It
And
doesn't
David
take.
Nelson, he's saying, as a president, wouldn't that be the gift be considered government property? Well, and I think that was kind of the issue, is whether
Did
it was
they
being
give it
given
to
to him
him?
or given to the people.
Right.
Right.
Yeah,
'Cause there's,
Trump
like,
didn't
9
order a new one.
yeah.
Okay.
He announced that he was going to restore the old one that was from 2011, which
Okay.
was Trump Force One. He did the whole painting on it and all that stuff, I think.
Yeah,
I mean,
Oh my
because sometimes you just got to lean into it,
yeah,
Might as well.
You got that, situation. You got that money. You got that, you're in the presidential office. You got your hand over the button, and you're just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna go ahead and have fun.
Right. And then also it has to be a 747 or greater, I think it said.
Yeah, I thought the newest ones are 767s, but
Yeah,
I
747 or greater.
Okay.
couldn't. I can't remember. There's been so many. I do know that it has like fighter jet chaff systems and anti
Countermeasures.
missile
Yeah.
countermeasures and all that
Yeah.
stuff. So
Yeah, it has to
Supposedly
essentially
they put a laser anti-missile system in there too.
yeah.
yeah.
I do know its motors are like super powered Pratt and Whitney, whatever the hell.
Yeah, they're
Like they're
ridiculously beefy engines, like way
Yeah,
And
more
they're
than that
also
thing.
Faraday
usually does.
cages, so you can't knock them out with EMPs.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
It's the amount of technology and to get away from people on that plane is insane. It can stay in the air indefinitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
All
I
it
mean,
needs
short
is
of
a fuel.
short of the whatever it is, the E4 or whatever it is that the short of that, it's a fortress in the sky, really.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it
Fair
has
enough.
its own escape pod that
Mhm.
has life support for up to 6 months or something like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Something
So
like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. That's cool.
You can
It's,
just lay an egg.
Yep.
That's really
it's,
cool.
It's an insane machine. So,
Mr. Cardinal is here. Hello, good to see you. I came by to see how Johnny was and say hello. Hello. The Kitty Angels are watching over us and us earthbound critters have all paws crossed for comfort and a speedy recovery. Thank you. From the looks of it, he's listening, so he'll have heard that. Otherwise, I'll make sure to pass it on to you. And yes, David Nelson, I did come out in 79. I was made in 79. I was made in the best thing to be made in, and I was a baby child of the 80s. It was ideal. And then I was a preteen and teenager in the 90s. Absolutely ideal. And I became a 20-year-old just in time to hit all of the best bands and go to see all the best shows. So yeah,
Wow, you're kind of
I
outmoded.
timed it.
You may need to make a new updated model there, Digger.
Updated model. Why? You don't have to update when everything's perfect.
got you there.
Lady Autumn Sky, what cancer does the king have? The king has prostate cancer as well. It was someone else said it's kind of like fate intervened. He finally after waiting all those years finally sat his butt down in the throne, and suddenly it's full of cancer.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Right?
I'm
Right?
so happy his mom waited so long to make
Oh,
him
me
king.
too. I fully
Oh, she's
loved that.
laughing all the way up there, like,
Oh yeah. Yeah. Have fun, boys.
I left you with a crumbling country and literally nothing to have hope for. See ya,
Yep.
bitches.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only sad thing is Catherine, Princess Catherine or Queen, soon to be Queen,
Soon to be queen.
is nowhere to be seen really. So
Is she still in hiding? I thought I thought she was showing up she was there for the World War II, whatever their memorial celebrations are called.
she was,
The day that
Um,
America came and rescued your ass.
yeah, but she's the only member of the royal family that I actually care about because she's not a royal.
She's not a royal. I like her. She really is a lot more like Diana than I realized. But it's interesting that the queen loved her so much, considering how much like Diana she is. Because I don't think the queen had much love lost for Diana. I don't think the queen had her killed. Just, I love my tinfoil hat conspiracies. Don't necessarily believe them all. But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I really like Catherine too, though. And the kids seem okay so far.
I highly doubt Queen Elizabeth had her killed.
Yeah,
It just kind of doesn't sit
It doesn't.
right.
It doesn't fit her.
If they were gonna have her killed, if the queen was gonna have her killed, it would have been something silent and slow creeping,
Yeah.
that sort of thing. Like not Yeah.
She,
That was
Well, I
way
mean,
too-
I
didn't.
think-
Go ahead, Brian.
I was gonna say, I think the queen kind of like weighed the two options in who the next queen could be after her son passes, etc. And it's
Yeah.
either Meghan Markle, Kate.
Oh no, it was Camilla or Kate, but even that, the queen before she died, she said basically no way Camilla would be allowed to be called queen.
Right.
And then of course she died and he gets his butt on the throne and all of a sudden she's queen. It's
Yeah,
funny how
he-
they last, how long they last once a person's dead. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I'm done with them. I was quite proud to have the queen be my queen. That was very cool. But yeah, I don't want to have anything to do with Charles. And at this point, William is younger than me, and he's got no more really. He's got no more right to that than anyone else. Why don't they just stop being royals and just be a rich family, right? Like they're loaded. They're gonna live the high life forever, but they don't.
The
need
only
to
way
be-
they can maintain their wealth is by being royals, because they get taxes from every country and all the land that England's on.
Well, yeah, but no, they would get those. That's not taxes to England. That's taxes to the royal family, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
So
yeah.
if they get
So-
rid of their personhood of
Well,
being
okay,
royals,
maybe
they
not
lose
get
their
rid of
tax.
maybe not get rid of being a royal family, but just get out of a lot of royal families that are left have completely stepped away from the country.
Right.
like,
So
Right now, they've still got some kind of control in their parliament. Like they still have or oversight, rather. Oversight is the same with us,
Yeah.
only more so.
right, but they basically have no power anyways. They just collect
I-
taxes. That's all they do.
Look, I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. I'm an American. The last time I gave a fuck about the Royals was whenever we kicked their asses out of our country.
we were shooting left
74?
at 'em.
And that
Same
one
here.
time, well, that or two times we bailed their asses out from getting fucked by Germany. But you know,
Other than that,
Yeah.
Man, this strange painter, man. It's weird.
yeah, yeah, weird ass painter with one nut and a tiny dick. I mean, what? Okay, what? This is the problem that you guys are having with the Blitzkrieg. The fuck is this shit?
Yo, I mean, if you're fast in bed, you're fast on the battlefield. You know what I mean? Blitzkrieg. My wife
It's all
calls me
about the
Blitzkrieg 'cause
penetration.
I'm quick.
We run in, we penetrate the lines that way. Over. And the funny part is, guess who actually invented the Blitzkrieg? Because it wasn't the Germans.
The United States.
Nope. It was Britain.
I say that, my wife just gets in the chat. She's like, huh?
I thought it was a U.S. general.
Nope.
Thank
it was
you,
actually a
neurodivergent one.
British general
Good to
who
see
was
ya.
in World War One. Yeah. Sir, he's got an interesting name. What was it? Sir Percy Stanley Cleghorn Hobart was his name. Yeah.
Wow.
Like,
one of them, eh?
the thing is, he goes completely unnoticed by history because everywhere that his stuff that he invented was, shit went waste too easy because he thought of everything.
Yeah.
But everywhere that he was or he was not was a complete shit show.
Sure.
You know, because yeah, he actually had this whole idea of like mechanized warfare and everything, and Heinz Guderian and Erwin Rommel had his books on like armored and mechanized warfare that he
Okay.
published in the 20s and
Yeah.
30s, translated into German, and they use that actually as the Blitzkrieg. And
Okay.
it's actually kind of interesting because the whole thing is the British government, because this guy was not he was not an aristocrat. He was not
Yes.
he was not the guy who was always like prim and proper and all that. You know, he wasn't one of
Yeah.
the homies like in the officer corps. Because
Yeah.
back then in the officers, you had to be like a connected family. It was
Yeah.
all about the popularity show. Well,
Yeah.
guess what happened?
Noble.
He figured out, because they originally were treating tanks like dragoons. So they would drive a tank right through the enemy line. The gunner and the driver would stay in the fucking tank, and then everybody else would get out and go run around and do stuff. And he said, you know, it's a really good idea not getting out of the big fucking armored box with a gun on it. And how about we just go ahead and steamroll over everybody? And they're like, well, how we can't communicate with people then. I mean, how do we communicate with them once we send them over the line? Put a fucking radio in it. That was his idea. And they're like, shit, that worked. Okay. And then
Who'd
he
have
goes,
thought?
hey, I got this great idea for mechanized warfare, how it's going to revolutionize everything. And he created the Blitzkrieg, and they tested it. And you know what? The British Officer Corps stacked the deck against him in the test to make it look like a failure, even though tactically it was a resounding success.
Yeah.
And again, guess who went out and who bought his published books, had them translated, and used them to create,
Made
you know, what ended up, you know, bringing Britain to its knees in the 40s. Fucking
Their own stuff.
Rommel and Guderian had his shit. Okay? And then he had to come out of retirement after they busted him from a brigadier general to a corporal in the Home Guard.
Ah,
Yeah, because they didn't like him. They sent him to fucking North Africa, you know, to fight Rommel.
mm,
And he turned this shit unit, you know, the 7th Armored Division, into a fighting force that pushed Rommel back. And that became the Desert Rats.
okay.
And they were like, oh, he's too fucking good. We don't like him. Kick his ass out of the Corps. Churchill had to write a personal letter to the officer corps and said, quit being a bunch of fucking catty bitches. This guy's got shit rocking. Let him go. Let the boy cook. And then they raised him back up to a general rank. Yeah, he developed several different tank designs based on the existing Sherman and I think the Centurion at the time period.
Mm.
You know, these were fucking insane tanks. They look crazy. They were called Hobart's Follies because they were just, they look weird as hell. But let's see, they invented the flamethrower tank. They took a tank and they stuck a flamethrower on it. And it literally made the Germans shit their pants. They were like, holy shit. Like, there were literally accounts of, they would see the crocodile, what this thing was called, roll up.
Yeah.
And the Germans would instantly just like, fuck it, we're done, surrender, because they didn't want to face the fucking thing. Because when the big guns stopped spewing, you know, sticky fire at you, it still had machine guns to mow you down.
Yeah.
So it was, die in fire or die getting fired at. Pick your
Either which
poison.
way. Yeah.
And, you know,
I'll take
then
this
there was the
second.
Petard, which was the one that was basically a giant mortar. He had another one called the Bobbin, which literally made a fucking road over blue clay so they could land amphibious tanks. Then he developed the Sherman DD duplex drive tanks, which was a tank with propellers on the back and a canvas sheet that just goes whoop, and guess what? It turns into a boat. And you know what? The only beach on D-Day that did not have those tanks was Omaha Beach. And Omaha Beach was the one that everybody talks about because that's where shit went fucky-wucky. Okay? Juneau Beach, which was the one that had the next most casualties, had 50% less casualties because they had those tanks land on the beach.
Okay.
Yeah. So for those who don't know their history, Britain invented the Blitzkrieg. Specifically, it was a guy that y'all hated. And we were like, fucking A, that dude knows his shit. We'll take him.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Sorry, I get riled up about history.
Yeah, no, I enjoy history as well. I didn't realize that they were special amphibious tanks that we used on Juneau.
Yep, the Sherman DD duplex drive tanks. And they were actually the first tanks to invade over the German border and cross the Rhine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he made an entire division out of these tanks. It's fucking insane how many that he was able to get made. And instead of keeping them all in one unit, after they landed on D-Day and got everybody ashore, he just started going, okay, take a couple of these guys, take a couple of these guys. He parted out all of his units,
Okay.
in that division to the other ones that were going through. So everybody had a specialized,
Something.
something from his tank division, and
Yeah.
they would prove to be incredibly effective.
Well, that's really cool.
So I was actually at Gold Beach back in 2014 or 13, one of the two, right? Like a couple years before, what the heck is that cathedral called? Notre Dame burnt to the
Notre
ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first time. I guess second time it would be because it's burned down 3 times now. Anywho, they did not mention a single thing about tanks.
Mm-hmm.
Not a single word about there being tanks. They said a whole lot about the amphibious doohickeys, but not a single thing about tanks.
Yep, they probably said a lot about the the amphibious landing boats. Yeah, the
People just going dead.
yeah. Well, I mean, we took what we learned from the amphibious boats in the Eastern Front and went, we're going to be facing these guys over in Japan, like in the Pacific Theater. Let's actually come up with a much better idea. And we came up with the Amtrak, the amphibious tractor, which was literally a tank it was a boat that was also a tank, which if you ever want to talk about like just how much we absolutely like scared the piss out of the Japanese in World War II. I'm trying to remember which battle it was, but there was one in particular where the Japanese were so dug in. They were like, it will take, 1 million men, 100 years to take this island from us. And the Marine Corps just comes rolling up in their amphibious tractors. Here's the thing. They had a giant coral reef that they would have had to track over. Well, the amphibious landing boats would have gotten hung up on those reefs, would have easily gotten mowed down. Well, the Amtraks hit the reef and drove the fuck over it. And yeah, so like there's Kiyoshi Ota was one of the few survivors from that. He was a commander in the Japanese Imperial Army, and one of his men like literally famously was quoted as saying, as he saw the tractors drive over it was like hundreds of tiny spiders like coming over the surface of the water. One of my men turned to me and said, "The gods of death have come."
Oof.
Yeah. And guess what? The Marine Corps did what the Marine Corps does best. If you need a dead, broken, or pregnant, we're your guys.
Mhm.
Wild. Yes, I've heard of Lady Colin Campbell. She's a lot of fun. She's a hoot. Steph the Ultra Nerd covers her stuff. In fact, the Lady Colin Campbell was actually she deigned to go on Steph the Ultra Nerd's channel and have a discussion with Steph. It was really, really freaking awesome. If you don't know Steph the Ultra Nerd, it's STEF, not PH. It's STEF. I could be putting this in the chat, couldn't I? Steph the Ultra Nerd. If you want royal info and all sorts of other stuff, Steph is brilliant. She's a load of fun. And yeah, she's made herself a name in the royal reporters. Royal.
Here we go. If anybody cares, I just threw it in the YouTube chat.
Damn it.
Oh,
So
nice.
did I.
Thank you. Smart.
I
thinking,
threw her
Emily.
channel in there so that people can go watch her because
Okay.
she is great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's a cool chick. She really is.
Wasn't it her and shit, sorry.
No.
Didn't she do the booby dance
Yes, she did.
Yeah. Oh god.
Yes, she
with
did.
Steve? With Steve?
The second time it was with Steve, yes. The first time she did the booby dance was on the stream when I tripped over the tripod, knocked the camera over, and passed out.
Your feet went like really high in the air.
That's the hidden Bucket Friday. That's the one that got
stream.
hidden.
That
I
is,
never got to see the stream.
That's the one. That's the episode that had some unintended consequences.
Yeah. Yeah. There was a few
Ugh.
oopsies.
That
Yeah.
was fabulous.
It
I
was,
miss those days.
it was a. Ugh.
I
Just
milk
Jeff.
brings all the boys to
I
the
miss-
yard.
I really
Ugh.
miss Jeff too. Yeah.
I miss Jeff.
Yeah.
Jeff was great.
Yeah. I
Oh,
I have to say I lurk Connor's streams a lot. I'm
Yeah.
usually doing other things, so I don't see the point in getting in a chat because as soon as I get in, I'm not going to be able to get out again. But I
right.
lurk and I listen. And he's replaying like Maritime Mondays and stuff like
Mhm.
that. And it's really nice to hear Jeff's voice again in the background. It's
Yeah.
yeah.
I
And
miss the
Connor's
big lug.
freaking fun.
Yeah.
He's a fun dude. He's a lot of fun. He's got a
Yeah.
good sense of humor, that kid. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Connor is awesome. He's such a great dude, and
Yeah.
he's just yeah. I can't say enough good things about him.
yeah. OG is saying, hey, if any royalty was going to be murdered, Princess Di seems most likely. Good point.
A little
makes
bit of a
Yeah, a little on the
Touche.
nose.
wordplay.
Touche.
And Lass is saying, unpopular opinion, Diana was not the innocent girl the media made her out to be. That's where Harry gets his poor me attitude. Yep.
Yeah.
She was not the sweet, innocent, naive little thing that got ruined by the royal family. No. She knew what she was doing when she was first meeting him when he was dating her older sister. She knew what was going on, and she definitely had her own, foibles. And yeah, Harry most definitely takes after his mom, from what I can tell. He
I
really
thought
reminds
Harry
me of
was
her.
all pissed off because his wife was getting spit roasted by Prince Andrew and all of his friends on a yacht.
Yeah, well, it sucks when you find out after the fact that your wife was one of the Epstein yacht girls and very, very good friends with your Uncle Andrew.
Very
Yeah.
good by
Very,
injection
very
or
good. Very, very, very good. From my understanding, tinfoil hat, I'm speaking out my ass. This is just what I've heard on the internet, which is, take it with all the salt. But allegedly, Epstein was asked by Andrew to set Harry up with someone so that would ruin him. That would, make certain that no matter what happens, he's not going to be acceptable to take the seat if, God forbid, anything happened. So
Yikes.
well, I mean, mission accomplished there.
yeah,
They
yep,
did a
that's
bang up
for
job
sure.
there. Jeez.
Yep. Yeah, it worked. It sure did work. But yeah, she most definitely was. I'm not talking out my ass. For a fact, she was an Epstein yacht girl. For a fact, she knew Andrew.
She was a Prince Andrew yacht girl as well.
Yeah, she was.
Yikes.
Yeah.
So she had,
That's the kind of
from
shit that even people in Alabama go, no.
Mm.
right. Well,
Right?
everything I've seen about that leak, she is literally caught on Prince Andrew's yacht,
Mm.
being a trollop. So
Yikes.
Yep.
Fucking yikes.
Everyone
Fucking
wondered how
royals,
did she get
man,
in
I
front
tell
of
ya.
him. How did she manage to get herself in front of a guy like that? Well, that's how.
I
Make
say at
friends
least we
with an
get rid of
Epstein.
our shitty leaders every 4 years.
Yeah.
No, we don't.
Exactly.
We have a Congress with no term limits.
Well-
The fuck are you talking about?
Look, I mean, I'm just talking about getting rid of the figurehead, but I mean, hey,
Yeah.
I'm all for term limits in Congress because I think that we need to get some of the crypt keepers out.
Yeah.
Figurehead. Who was
Yeah.
the 7th president to go versus Nancy Pelosi was still fucking there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just saying, it's not perfect, but we're not.
Well, no, you guys have got the
Button
best
negates
system out there.
everything before it, dude.
real question is for term limits, what's an acceptable term limit?
Till I get sick of you.
10 years?
Me. Not an
I
email.
mean, how
10
many years do
or an age limit?
we? I'm I kind of think that, I mean, with regard to, I mean, we do like, those like midterms every 2 years for those seats anyway. So, I mean, make it the same as like, presidential term. I would say basically 8 years. So that would be 4 rounds of the clock.
There you go.
And then bada
So
bing,
2
bada
terms,
boom.
any
Makes
combined.
everything a nice round number.
Nah,
Yeah.
it's actually even easier than that. As soon as your population goes up 2%, you're immediately done.
Population.
Oh no, look at these two. Look at these.
Wait a minute.
I live in an area of 200,000 people. Oh no, I just let in 2,000 illegal immigrants. Guess I'm fucking out.
Okay, that makes sense.
Fair
I would
enough,
just
yeah.
say
Don't
2
it?
terms combined, any position.
Right. It's as soon as it's like if you let yourself get invaded, then you're done. However, normally a 2% increase in your growth population takes what 10 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
Depending on the population of my town, we weren't projected to become as big as we are until I think, what was it, 2049, I think it was. Something like that. Either which way, yeah, we're way ahead of the game. Because they keep shipping a lot of homeless people and stuff out here.
Oh well, see, that's an invasion of homeless people.
Yeah,
Vote them out.
but yeah,
Either-
it's a
or
specific.
They're done. You're screwed. Out.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Never going to
Then
happen
again,
in
your
Canada.
system doesn't
Well,
work.
we don't
because-
have a choice. Our town has no choice. They come from
Yeah.
Vancouver. The government, the province is sending them.
Right, and that's what I mean. Like your system doesn't make any damn sense because it's guess what the party rules. The party gets
Yeah.
to divvy out whoever they want, however they want, whenever they want. So
Right.
Yep.
doesn't work for you, Chief. Sorry, it only works for us with democracy or republics.
Yeah, well.
Not even
Well,
democracy.
I said or
Well-
republics.
What was it that Robin Williams once said? Canada is like a loft apartment over a really great party.
Uh huh.
Pretty much.
And then the ones that keep banging like the broom on
Hey,
the
keep
floor,
it down,
saying,
eh?
"Keep it down down there."
I know you're having a good time, but keep it down, eh?
Like Daniel Tosh's Canada couldn't exist without a blanket of America, but I tell you what, if you come after our brother, we'll whip the shit out of you.
True.
No.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We are your security blanket and your bed at the same time.
hmm
You lay on top of us, and we still give you warmth.
Well, Bad Desert is
really
reminding
good.
us that Big Ears does have enough power that he can dissolve Parliament, and he can open our Parliament.
Who the fuck is Big Ears?
Big Ears, the king.
King
Charles.
Waterbrain.
Oh, why do
Yeah.
you call him Big Ears?
Have you not seen Buddy's
you-
ears?
That
Have you
motherfucker can take
seen
off and
Commander
fly.
Dumbo there?
Yeah,
Have you seen this
Dude is
motherfucker looks like
Dumbo.
Dumbo?
he huge ears, dude.
Bring
And
up
when
here,
you get
hold on.
old, as you age, your nose and your ears keep growing.
Holy shit!
Yeah, are you looking it up, or do I have to go look at?
Oh, I just found
You
him.
just
That
did it?
man
Okay,
can
good.
fly.
dude,
Throw him down,
yeah,
he'll glide like a damn parachute.
right. You should have seen him when he was young. And Wild is saying, whoops, if I can highlight it, there we go. Remember, the royals are special. They don't sweat when they have sex.
Neither do Morbins
dun,
because they just have their friend jumping on the bed.
Little
Well, no,
soaking
that's
action.
not sex. That's not sex. That's soaking. That they do that so they're not.
That's the
having sex.
Amish.
Yeah.
Ah,
Hmm.
There you go, Digger. I sent you a picture of King Charles
Thank
in
you.
in Discord.
Okay. Yeah. Hello, Holland Rose, by the way. How you doing, hon? If you can dive, there are some at the bottom of the sea that the water came over the sides.
Yeah, the boats, the amphibious.
Oh, the
landing boats.
boats. Okay. I'm like, I should know why he's saying that. But
Yeah.
yeah, the amphibious boats. That's
And
cool.
also, yeah, some of the amphibious tanks, because the ones that actually were launched to land on Omaha Beach actually sunk. They were released too far off of the back. They were released too far off of the deck of
Okay.
the ship, and the seas were particularly rough that day,
Mhm.
and so yeah, they sunk. Most of the crews got out, but there were some people that drowned inside the tanks.
6 of them
So, yeah.
sunk at gold.
Hmm.
Mm,
I was just looking up Gold Beach. That's why I know it.
there you go.
And I've always wanted to go to Normandy and
Yeah.
Karnak
It's
beaches and all that
beautiful.
stuff, but
They have a church there, right? Where one of our parachuters, because we dropped a whole bunch of them, literally got stuck on the steeple of the church and was just hanging there. They have a dummy on a parachute on top of that steeple at all times to just show people, and that's
Nice.
how that idiot landed.
It's kind of like that
I mean-
that famous story of the Polish pilot in World War II, because Poland got steamrolled like right in the early part of the war in '39.
Super
A
early.
lot of Polish soldiers, including a lot of their early Air Force, went to Britain and actually were participating in the battle over Britain and whatnot. In the Blitz, like actually were defending the country, like flying planes. There was actually a famous story of this Polish pilot who got shot down. He was actually an RAF pilot, but he got shot down. He parachuted. He landed in a tree, and some farmers came out and actually, like with pitchforks and torches, because he didn't speak English, they thought he was German.
Oh,
And-
they didn't know French either.
oh,
Yeah, and so like they didn't know Polish, they didn't know that, and he was just like, yeah, he literally, they were about to like, set him on fire, lynch him, kill him, like, and he literally, because he had been around in the Brits like long enough, he literally looked at him and said, "Go." He's like, "Y'all can go fuck yourself" in
Mhm.
English. That was the only English phrase he knew was, "You can go fuck yourself."
lucky
and they
bugger.
immediately realized.
Okay,
They
you're
immediately
English, I
realized that he was actually one of them. They cut him down and they returned him back to the RAF.
Jeez
After they
Louise.
fed him and after they gave him like a free night's stay and everything like that, saying, "Hey, sorry about that time we almost killed you in a lynch mob.
Yeah. Oops, our bad.
Our bad."
Whoopsies.
MJ's saying it sounds like gossip to me. And yeah, to a certain extent, it's all gossip at this point. Diana's been gone so long, and there are so many stories that have been put out there. At this point, it's darn near impossible for us
Yeah.
normal folks. This is me telling you you're not supposed to be on the table. Thank you. That was supposed to be me telling you to get off the table.
The cat didn't understand.
Yeah, no,
Which
apparently
one
not.
is that, sweet?
Kiss my fluffy ass.
Yes. Lady Autumn Sky is saying elections were supposed to equal term limits. Vote them out. Yeah.
Sure, but when a ham sandwich can win in a district with no problems, and you've got got
Yeah,
it.
I was quite impressed that what's his face, Fetterman beat Dr. Oz. I
Lurch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought for
mean-
sure Dr. Oz would win just from celebrity alone.
I think Fetterman kind of understood though after the fact. Because wait.
Yeah, he seems to be changing his tune a bit.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
realized if he doesn't change his tune, he's going to probably get voted out next time.
Uh-huh.
well, Oz went against Oprah, so he wasn't going anywhere.
Oh, did he? I didn't realize.
Yeah,
yeah,
Oz is a
Oprah.
Republican. Oprah is a diehard dumbass. So
Oh, okay.
Wasn't her like
Well-
property burned down when Hawaii burned down?
No, hers
not
didn't.
hers.
Oh no, hers
Not
was
hers.
fine because of all
Yeah.
the water she took.
Hers is fine. Yeah.
No,
Well,
hers
she's-
is fine because
She's
it has a blue
billionaire
roof.
'cause she can build home
Okay.
that has fire prevention stuff as well.
Where's my tinfoil hat?
Not
Did you
only
guys-
that,
after AP's statement there.
her the neighborhood she's in has all the billionaires, the rich Democrat donors and everything, and every single one of their homes have a blue roof. So their
Yep.
roofs were the homes with the blue roof were kept safe from the fires.
Well, I don't have a tinfoil hat, but I'll just use
Interesting.
Meridia's beacon.
There you go. I got mine. Doesn't fit on the new headset very well, but I got mine. There we go.
I need to have a tinfoil hat on hand. I just need to make it like one of those like little like full paper sailor hat things. It's like,
Yeah. Oop. Yeah, mine's got a cone
It's
on
not
top.
even tin foil though. That's reported in the news.
Yeah.
Nope, Meridia's
it-
beacon. A new hand.
Even on
touched
your
the
head or
beacon.
just your fro.
Oh,
It
geez,
is staying in place probably because my hair.
It probably is being held by your hair. Yeah. Yeah. Pelosi is an inside trader.
Yep.
But
Double
Problem
entendre
is-
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the problem is what Congress does though is not inside trading. It's
Not yet.
immoral, but it's not inside trading.
Yeah. Allegedly.
Yeah, but at the
Yeah,
same
people who
time,
make
it's
the
like
law is say it's
mm,
not against the law.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
It-
It's
That's
like
in
when
J-
they say we
Regulation.
investigated ourselves and we found we did nothing wrong. It's
Yeah. And JFK's dad was a bootlegger who outlawed bootlegging after he became a senator.
Well, his dad
All
was
I'm saying is it's not illegal what they're
sympathizer
doing.
as well.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like I
So was
should say
Henry
this.
Ford, but
To
no
help
one
out our
counts
buddy who's in
that.
the hospital, everyone needs to check out Johnny's Exotic Meat Market. We need to help raise money for his hospital stay.
Yes, please.
Home of the Cuck Ham. When you'd
Home
rather
of the
watch
Cuck
them
Ham.
eat, make sure you buy Johnny's Exotic Meats so that we can pay for his hospital stay. He's doing fine, hopefully.
Yes, he's doing all right. He's he's got an infection in his leg, but they've got him on antibiotics. They're going to keep him for a couple of nights and make sure that everything's working well. So thankfully he went into the hospital instead of trying to tough it out, because it could have been a lot worse.
mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I hear
pretty
exotic
bad.
meat can cure everything, excluding anything other than depression. So
There you go.
Yeah.
buy your exotic
meat.
meats and cure your sadness of not having any exotic meats. Thank
Are
you.
you
Put that
did you
meat
by
in your
chance pull
mouth.
up the thing? No, I can't find it. The
I'm
merch link.
talking about his merch shop.
I know. I'm trying to find it. Shit.
Just kidding.
this?
LLC merch Streamlabs. God, fuck! Clicked the wrong
You're
one.
so good at that. Thank you.
Speaking
I
of
was still trying
exotic
to
meat,
remember what it was. Sorry.
what's the most exotic meat everybody's had?
Peacock balls is no, I'm just kidding.
Well, I've had a little hooker in me, but I grew
Tell
up
me
next
more
to the
about your
Picton-
say
I grew up next to Picton
Say again?
Farms. The Picton Pig Farm.
Oh.
In BC, all the hookers who've been missing for like decades and decades and decades, and then Robert Picton was arrested, charged, and convicted of at least 20 odd of them. There's many, many, many more. But yeah, I grew up right there. I literally worked at the Golf and Country Club right next door that shared a fence line with part of their property. Yeah, so I most definitely have eaten some hooker. Kind of like
That's-
turducken, only it was pig hooker.
Digger, I don't think you know that. You're saying this,
You
but I
you,
don't think you're really understanding the double entendre. You're saying.
you said that so nonchalantly. It makes that orgy you had back in the day very, very plausible.
Yeah, all that time in the bush that you spent, lots of hookers.
Yeah, you
I see.
eating some hooker, huh?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah.
Oh Lord, my God.
I've definitely had some hooker in me. In other news, let's talk. Wait a minute. You can't just blow past that like you didn't say what you just said.
Moving on.
I don't know. I'm just used to. Yeah, I don't know. I'm used to saying it that way.
No, no,
I,
answer the question.
So Digger's had hooker in her. What about you
I've
guys?
had-
I mean, $20
I've
is
had
$20
hooker.
bucks.
Exactly.
I had some coon once. That was delicious.
Raccoon's decent. Kaiser.
Oh, I'm sitting here just processing what Brian just said, and it's just like, oh God.
And no, it was raccoon. It was pulled
Well,
with
that's not-
barbecue sauce. It was delicious. Other than the almost
Interesting.
choking on a vertebrae.
Okay. Oh Lord, I think.
I hope I don't get you banned.
Gosh, I'm trying to
for that one.
remember.
I feel bad.
I would expect
Kangaroo.
no.
Actually, yeah, actually, I did try
Kangaroo?
kangaroo once.
Ooh.
Little
Okay.
gamey venison. Okay.
Yeah,
I've seen it in the
I
store.
didn't like it so much; it made me jumpy.
it.
Jesus Christ, I knew that was going to be.
I got to
had
address
giraffe,
this. This was
so-
this is pertinent to the conversation. I can't
Uh-oh.
click on it. Yes, Dazzer, I have eaten Mexican before. She was
Last night
delicious.
too.
Boy, we're just fun
Uh,
tonight, aren't we?
yes, we are. Mr. Q, I am back. What did I miss? What? He's in the hospital? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that was just a couple of minutes ago. So, I guess we'll talk
Hey,
really
JK.
quickly. Again, Johnny is in the
What up,
hospital.
Doc?
He'll be in there for a couple of days, nights. He started having chills and shit. Turns out he's got an infection in his leg. So yeah, please do. If I can ever find the stupid merch link, because I forgot I was looking for it. I did. I was smart. I did pin to the comments section. I pinned his GoFundMe because, of course, you know that's even more necessary when he's in the hospital and can't earn any money. So yeah, the fact that he needs to be into a new place that's actually wheelchair friendly by September is kind of an issue. So if you've got extra dollars that you can spare, please do toss it at the GoFundMe because he can really use the help. Oh, there he is. He dropped, and then Brian was so helpful, but he only dropped it in the Rumble, or maybe he did drop it later. Yes, there it is. Okay, good. Thank you. But yeah, so he's in the hospital. He's okay. He's getting treated. So that's the news on him. Wild is saying Johnny's Exotic Meats. I can hear him yelling, no, all the way in Michigan. I know. I mean, I guess we can talk about it right now, right?
In your mouth. You want
The
that meat?
peacock
You
balls
want
are
that meat
back.
in your mouth right now?
We've got all sorts of exotic meats for sale, or not for sale. So anything you'd like to try, you just drop us a line, and as long as there's a
No,
buck or
don't drop
two-
us a lion. No.
No,
That's
don't drop us
only
a
at-
lion. No.
We
We've
don't
got
need
our
any
own
more
lions.
lion. Doc
We're
4
good-
is
we're good
filled
for
with
that.
lion right now.
We're
We don't
good
need
for
any
that.
more lion.
Yeah. Yes. Drop us a line. L-I-N-E. No more lions.
Oh, that there accent's gonna get you there in trouble, there, digger.
Them action there.
Right?
It's going to just do a little bit of problem, you know. That's like the difference between what is the difference between Minnesotan and Canadian. One says A, the other one says you know.
Yeah.
You know, eh?
We're a hero. Yeah. Mr. Q says, I refuse to go to the hospital for anything other than a work physical unless I'm dying and I haven't been in at least 12 years. Well, that's good. For anything but a work physical. That's good for you. Yeah. Thankfully he did go in because he was gonna, I'm sure I know him well enough to know he was very willing to just like man it out and try and tough it out because the hassle and everything of having to deal with the hospital. So I'm very glad that he decided to go. He needed to order an ambulance to come get him because, of course, he can't get out of the basement. He can't get up the stairs. So
$1,300.
it was not fun. And I'm really, really, really glad that he didn't try and just man his way through it and that he did go because even as expensive as I know it is, if he hadn't gone, who knows what would have happened. It's an infection in his legs. So we kind of
Yeah. Is he still getting the government health insurance though?
I
He
don't
should be if he's on disability.
I
But I don't
yeah,
know if
see,
he
I don't
is
know
anymore.
anything about how that works. I know that he gets some disability, but that he has to pay some of it back because he does have some income, and
He
I know
makes
it's
too much money.
Yeah, so I
So
don't
dumb.
know how it goes, but he's paying.
Well, he
So,
should be on Social Security. So
I have no idea. I don't know of what he's on or how
We
it
may
works
need to
or
be
anything
starting up
like
another
that.
GoFundMe here, boys.
well, typically the way it works, if you're on disability through the state because you can't work, your health insurance is state run, which comes off your Social Security disability. So
Okay.
it's Medicaid, but for disabled people.
Okay. And Brian, thank you so very much for dropping the link to the merch
Not a
shop.
You can get a shirt like this, or also a mug that I have
Yes.
sitting behind me God, I need to go get that and I can show it off. Give me like 2 seconds and I will show your merch.
Well, I've actually got the link up here now. So, if I can remember how to do this, let's present and share. Share screen, because it just so happens that his merch shop is very kind and is also hosting my merch. So,
Nice.
yeah, lovely. So of course there's the Cucko the Clown shirt. Cucko the Clown is watching you. I love it. I prefer it in this gray color myself, but and then I almost wore it today, but I just wore it on Friday, so I figured I better not. But I own this shirt, the Johnny Really Can't Stand Y'all shirt, only in the beautiful blue color.
The importance. I love how that's a demonstration of the importance of a comma.
Yes, it is.
And an apostrophe.
I love it, and I have got it in the bright blue, and it is a lovely shade of blue. There's also the baseball tees. For those of you who like baseball tees, I love them myself, but I always have to get them tailored because I'm a girl and I got boobs. It's a thing. And then we've got some Digger Lover merch. So you can be a certified 100% Digger Lover too, in either black or white. I've got
Nice.
it in black. It's way over
I
there. And I'm
also
not
have
gonna
it in
grab
black and I lost it already.
And he's lost it already. There you go.
Because I am a certified digger lover. I am a anywho, hold on. Let
Yeah.
me figure out what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
You can only say 3 letters of that word.
Yeah.
I said 2 and I'm happy about it.
Also the shirt that Brian is wearing at the moment, you can get it like this in a mug. So it's Gem, Johnny's Exotic Meat Market, home of the cuck ham, for when you just rather watch them eat. And I totally screwed that up because I was looking at something else. I tried to add words to it.
Yeah, you added a just.
Yeah, home of the cuck ham, for when you'd rather watch them eat. There you go. I got to try and do one thing at a time as opposed to multiples.
But
then
wait,
we've
there's
got-
more.
Yep, there we go. We've got the gem in the shirt. We've got
Oh,
Digger
I need
Lover
the hat.
and
I really
shirt.
need the hat.
Oh, and what
I
is the
yeah.
I mean, Digger lover.
The Digger Lover hat. I love it.
Yeah.
I do love it. And then we've got patches. I love the water bottle.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, I really, really love my Brita water filter water bottle. Which is the only reason I don't have that already.
I think we need to make a digger doll.
A digger doll. I don't know. Do we need a digger doll?
Oh, so we
I'm
can have a
pretty
water
good.
bottle, a his and hers water bottle, right?
Oh, I see. Okay. I really love
Business.
this. Just as an aside, this is one of my favorite ideas. It's Johnny Crutch's Trust Fall Enthusiast. I really love that one. I do. And again, I'd own it if it weren't for the fact that it's a pullover, not a zip up. I'm a girl and I prefer a zip up.
I'm
So,
a
you
boy
know.
and I prefer zip ups
Get off
because
the
I don't
tape,
like people
Mabel.
seeing my fat belly.
Your fat belly.
My
Oh, shut up.
fat.
Dude, shut the fuck up.
Really? Yeah. Your fat belly, really?
As the certified fat here, all right.
What do
So
you
the
like?
next thing you think,
7%?
I say,
Am I what
I'm gonna-
percent?
7% fat?
I might be closer to 12, but yeah.
Okay, so shut the fuck up.
look, dude, my blood type is bacon. That's all I'm telling you.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I had a pound of bacon 2 days ago. That shit was delicious.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm happy about my fat level, considering I can't move. But
I need to leave you guys to yourselves for a moment while I run to the little girls. So please behave.
Oakley dokley.
Okale dokale. All right, now let's start
Right.
talking about things that are obscene.
what are the bad words on YouTube again?
I think one of them might be. No, I'm not gonna say it. I was thinking about saying a whole lot. But
It's like the host leaves and everybody's like, okay, what can we say that will get the channel yeeted?
no, like just barely yeeted, just like a little bit towards yeet. Let me pull up my
I don't know, just
YouTube
put
and
some
see if there's any other
copyrighted music
topics.
over the background there.
Right.
Since it's only the boys here, did y'all
gotta
see
play
that
some
Stellar
Disney
Blade
music.
is coming out on PC?
Yes, and I am thoroughly excited for Stellar Blade on PC.
They're adding
here.
25 extra skins, all of which show way more skin after they literally censored the PlayStation version
Because fuck Sony.
because fuck Sony. True. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
they
but at
like
the same
it's
time,
awesome.
the devs allowed it to happen, or else they were going
Eh.
to lose the game off of PlayStation. It's like, well, why
Well-
didn't you just send it over to PC early?
That's
They had
so
already
true.
made an agreement apparently, and there's a whole thing with like, you know, that it's not a one-to-one just translation from the hardware. I mean,
Right,
it's getting closer
than it used to be.
Yeah, it's way closer than it used to be, but yeah, they still have to do some stuff to like optimize it for PC. But honestly, though, it's they if they didn't have that agreement that it would be like a 1-year exclusivity deal on Sony's consoles, yeah, they would have been, you know, like, fuck it, we'll just go ahead and go ham. But now that it's coming out to PC, they're gonna be like, okay, we're gonna do all the crazy shit that we couldn't do over there over here. So, you know, just another
And-
big FU to Sony.
They're
What game are we
supporting
talking about?
Stellar Blade.
Okay,
Stellar
there's
Blade.
this game that
Oh.
came out about a year ago called Stellar Blade. It came out
And it
only
looks
on
fucking
PlayStation.
awesome.
Hot
was
Korean
subject-
women running around.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
basically half naked the entire time. But it became a huge point of contention
Rust?
in the no, not Rust, but close. Among the I'm gonna say journalist community. Specifically because it was the kind of the argument of where are her organs? Why is she not wearing any clothes? This is
Yeah.
horrible. When it was
Oh,
literally like a 1-for-1 of the creator's wife.
Oh, no.
That was hilarious because
Oh,
they
no.
went like, oh well, no female actually has this girl's proportions. It's so unrealistic. And then they literally were like, she's a full 3D model of this woman who happens to be the dev's wife.
Yeah,
It
then
was like, I'm the
they
main
showed
dev.
her
It's
in
my
mocap.
wife, man. She looks hot.
Yeah,
They post pictures of
And I
her,
mean,
and I'm like, yeah,
She
does have
is. Let's be
proportions.
honest.
like that Korean the dev. I salute him.
Yeah, that man did well.
Yeah.
That's some good genes right there.
The
Uh,
crazy thing is she models all the moves too. So that's
Yep.
like
Because it was all mocap. Yeah, they
It
did
was
all the stuff through
pure
mocap, and yeah, again, the devs are doing like, guys, are you really even paying attention here? Because all the games journos and all of the gamer
Oh.
gators were sitting there like, oh, it's so unrealistic and it's exploitative and blah blah blah. Like, shut the fuck up and go hide in your little fucking prude cupboard and shut the fuck up and let those of us who actually to see attractive people.
Yep,
Mhm.
it
We
was
don't want to
the
see
dev's
another
wife.
fucking god awful example of what happened with Fable 3 or whatever it was.
Have you seen
And,
the
oh
Fable?
Jesus! So I mean, and they've done it so many times. They took that one chick from the Horizon series, made her ugly as fuck and square jawed, and then you've got all these more characters. They've completely jacked up and made them look like men, basically. They're like, oh, well, they're just look like more like regular women. I'm like, I don't know what regular women you're looking at there, but I mean, they probably have dicks. I'm just saying. Not saying anything about y'all's preference. You can do whatever
Regular
you want to.
2020.
Hi, Buck.
Yeah, but
it's the
Thank-
same thing
thank
with
God.
First Descendant too.
yeah, thank God Melissa Mercunti doesn't have a job anymore. I don't even think she could get McDonald's anymore. She's that much of an absolute pain in the ass.
I will pull up a couple of images here just to show
Yeah.
Digger the absolute
The Chad energy of this game. Yeah.
no.
Close
Well, yes,
to how
and
I
no.
feel as well. Venison is as gaming as I go. I'm being given a deep dive lesson into all things anime right now.
Yes.
It's not
I've
good.
I've been really enjoying it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not dissing it. I'm enjoying the heck out of it. But
It's great, isn't it?
Yes, yes. But I've gaming is on the list, but right now I'm downloading anime stuff.
Oh, what's your most recent acquisition?
Right now we are watching Black Clover. We're in the most recent season. Just
Okay, I haven't
started.
seen that one. I've heard it's good.
Yeah. I really, really like it. I really like it. I really, really liked Overlord. I think Overlord is still, I prefer it. But I don't know if that's just because, it was one of the first ones that I saw. But this
I've
Black
heard good things
Clover
about
is
Overlord.
really
Yeah.
good.
Can
Really
you
good.
share
too.
my screen real quick?
Right
Thank you, Jake.
there.
Yeah, that.
So,
Oh God.
All right. This is Fable. This game's coming out this year or next year. I can't remember which one. I believe this character is a they them. All right. Next one would
Yeah.
be The Last of Us 2.
Austin
right.
Powers. That's
This-
not a
this is a
lady. That's a
character.
man.
That is
Right.
a
This is a
man.
woman, actually.
What?
Yeah,
You're welcome.
the character
All right.
is supposed to be a female.
And then Stellar Blade.
Yeah. Apparently,
This
according
is
to
the
these
dev's
game
wife.
journos, this is too beyond the pale.
No, I
The
need to
one that
marry
looks
her.
like
Okay.
a woman.
And
It's-
that's just so happens to be a scale model, one for one
Yeah,
of the
it's
guys.
literally a
Oops.
Yeah, there's videos of his wife in the mocap suit that is super tight because most of the time mocap
Mhm.
suits are loose fitting, but
Okay.
he wanted to get every curve that she has, so he put her in basically a skin tight swimsuit that goes down to her feet
Okay.
Give
Cool.
me
and dots all
20
over and
seconds
all the
here.
capture.
I found it. I'm just looking for an image that I can show on YouTube without digger risk.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, you can show game clips. I don't know about images.
I'm talking about the mocap of it.
Meanwhile, hi.
Oh, you should be able to
Buck,
show that.
How you doing?
Close.
Trying to find one that doesn't have the image of the character next to it.
Oh,
That
okay.
is sketchy. Also, the wife in a bra is also one of like the three things that are shown.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Buck is
Because-
saying my niece gave me some venison, ground and tenderloin. Nice. It's been a long time
Can't
since
find
I
it.
had venison. I love moose. I really do. I find it's
You
not
like
very
steak.
gamey at all. Like I'll eat lamb, but lamb is really gamey. I'd prefer not. And then I've had deer when I was little. I think.
Well, moose
Not
are
certain.
deer.
No, I know moose aren't deer.
No, they are.
Okay.
They're the largest deer on the planet.
They're
So,
It's
Considered
venison.
a-
It's just moose venison.
hey Digger, I want you to, before you pull this up on screen, just look at the preview. This is a
Mm.
bodysuit that she is in. It's not real because they didn't want to make it so that it looks like she's in just a sheer nude color, as in the
Yeah.
color of brown.
You know, skin, you know.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
a
moose are
little.
amazing. JK.
It looks like a swimsuit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't
Which I
see anything
think
wrong
is
with showing
okay.
that. Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted
Yeah.
you to look at it first before you pulled it up. But you see
Yeah,
the
yeah.
entire apparatus around her. That is all motion capture 3D
Yeah.
Right.
craziness. And
Right.
she's in high heels and everything. That is what
And-
this dev's wife looks like.
And
Yeah.
I need to go to Korea.
Uh-huh.
Well, there's a reason that Passport Brothers is a thing, right? There's there is
Well,
a reason.
Yeah, because most of the women nowadays, especially in the Gen X, not Gen X, sorry, Gen Z, and then what is the next one, Gen Alpha? They're all
Alpha,
yeah.
anti freaking man. So
Yeah. I don't
I'm
know.
a Gen Z, and so is my wife. So be careful there, AP.
I said
Yeah.
most. I didn't say all.
I know, I was joking.
Bad
Besides,
Desert is
The
saying at least
Mexicans you got to look out for.
no, we don't have those here.
Johnny, we're talking about Stellar Blade. If you're a good boy, I might buy you the game.
Oh, there you go.
Bro,
There you
remember,
go.
remember your friend, your brother, your boo. Come on, man, help a brother out.
Yeah. Los Federales has a picture of him in blackface.
That's true.
Yes, yeah.
Look, dude, I am pulling out all the stops on editing to try and get this to you as soon as possible, so that way we can get this going. Dude, I had to do an entire geography lesson because one thing I forgot to do in this entire writing apparatus is that, oh wait, where the fuck is this city in relation to the United States? Oh God, I totally didn't do geography. I had to create a whole new map and add an additional Great Lake to the map because it's a fictional world. So,
Right.
So yeah, I had to do an
It's that other
entire
lake.
geography lesson on where the hell is Megalopolis anyway.
You should have just done like that's actually New York, guys.
Well, actually, I didn't want it to be there. I had a specific location kind of in mind when I originally came up with the concept, but I wasn't sure how to work it. So I ended up actually just creating this whole like additional Great Lake that doesn't exist in our world.
That's fucking
Is it
That's-
cleaner than
that
Erie?
works.
Yeah. So Lake Calumet is officially on the map.
Calumet River, bro. You made Chicago.
No, dude, it's south of Chicago. It's actually but look, I'll show you the map I created later. Just
Poor
remember-
Brian's like, but you didn't put my whole city underwater, did you?
No,
Yeah.
no, put it underwater. This place fucking sucks.
There's also Calumet, Michigan, too. So
Yeah, this is a whole different lake system is what I'm talking about. It's like it doesn't exist in the world of like our world.
no,
It's,
good
it's
stuff.
actually it's a completely whole different thing. I had to sit there last night because the actual like opening scene of volume 2 is a high-speed chase down a highway, and I'm like, fuck, what do I name this highway? And I literally had to go out and figure out how to use that, like figure out how the whole highway nomenclature works to figure out how to actually name this goddamn highway. That's how much research I do for this shit. Okay.
Odds, evens.
Yeah, I know. But then you have other highways in that general area that also
Mhm.
contribute to what they name the highway itself.
Actually,
So I had to actually work around
Oh, no, I
that.
was right. I was right. Never mind.
Like, I'm just saying, I went out of my way to do some awesome shit and actually research this, so I'm trying here. I'm trying.
You're trying.
Guys,
I'm trying, guy.
so hard.
I'm putting in all this time and effort and whatnot for you.
I flunked out of 8th grade geography.
Actually, I never took
That's
geometry.
why you flunked.
I never took geometry in the first place, so fuck off. My degree was my year was the last year that I didn't have to have geometry to graduate.
Oh my god.
You didn't have to
Yeah.
have geometry?
We learned
Not-
all of our geometry in elementary school.
Shit, that was integrated into my math.
Yeah.
All these
That was-
squares
that was
make a
in our-
circle.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm just
Didn't
saying,
matter,
we
though,
didn't
for
have
me.
that back in my day.
Like as we getting younger, it's getting it's going away.
God, speaking of education, have y'all been watching the trial that everyone's been streaming lately?
Karen Reed or
Karen Reed
yeah,
one?
that one.
yeah.
No, I'm not. I've stayed away
The
from it completely. I just can't.
I
All I
got
know is
livid.
Judge Bedge needs to be hit with a freaking sledgehammer.
that. Yeah, true. Yeah,
I have heard a lot of stuff has apparently gone on today, and I don't know anything about what's been happening because
Yeah.
I tuned completely out of the Karen Reed trial.
That's
Well,
This is
yeah.
a
Need to know
fucking shit
anything
show.
about this
I
trial.
just I'm done.
Yeah.
not needing to know anything. Their
Okay.
expert witness today lied about his credentials.
Oh,
It is getting absolutely ripped to
Oh,
shreds.
his booty hole is the
I
size
saw
of a
some-
cantaloupe.
this
I
is
saw
the,
something that his IMDb is now gone, or not IMDb, his LinkedIn is
Indeed.
now gone, or
Mhm.
something.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he has posted on his LinkedIn for the
Or
last
that's it. LinkedIn.
way too many years, I think since 2010 or something like that,
Yeah.
that he's
Uh-huh.
a Bachelor of Science in Mathematics and Accident something.
Okay.
Mathematics, and then I think like something about code.
Yeah, and he only has an associate's degree, which is fine.
No,
But
it's not to be an expert fucking witness.
well, no, that's what
Well-
I'm saying. But he's claiming to be an expert in a field that does not have a degree.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he
He's
basically
claiming to
said,
have his
I went
bachelor's.
to the University of Georgia, and then I have this specific degree that works for this specific thing I'm an expert in. No, he's not. Not even fucking close.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's
My
not
mind was
fought.
going just I was listening to this, right? I was on Valhalla's thing listening to whatever he was talking about with whoever the heck he's streaming with. I don't even know. I'm
Baker
thinking to
Island.
myself, I am more qualified than this guy, and I'd rip him to fucking shreds.
Wow.
The funniest thing last year, you remember the accident, the certified Massachusetts State Police accident reconstruction guy?
Mhm.
He's like, well, you can measure the force and things and stuff. And I was like, did an expert in this world of accident reconstruction just use the fucking term things and stuff?
Things and stuff. Okay,
Oh my
okay. I'll be
God.
honest.
Wow.
I have used words like that before,
But
Things
you're
and
not
stuff,
testifying
yeah.
as an expert.
but I wouldn't
No.
be testifying as an expert using
Yeah.
the words. I'm talking to my boss, telling him, "Oh, I did this stuff and things. Please don't yell at me."
Right. But that's the thing. I stopped and I was like, dude, I can do the delta vectoring on this in my sleep. It's not
put
that
it
hard.
that way.
Like, this is retarded.
I
was
got
pretty sure
boobies.
that the guy
I
couldn't
need a
tell
zip up.
time.
Yeah.
He was saying, "Oh, this is 3 hours ahead. Oh, it's 2 hours this way. Oh, they're about 30 seconds different." It's like, are you sure about that, Chief? I don't know if you can do addition.
21 to 29 seconds difference. And they believe that it's going to change the time that Karen got back to John's house. Like, you guys are dumb. It didn't change
Right.
anything. She still shows up at 12:36 and attaches to the Wi-Fi.
Right.
I'm sorry, the
"Oh, you
Wi-Fi
did a
doesn't go
3-point
above.
turn. At
Yeah, like
6:42 and 36 seconds. But this one said 22. It's like fucking
it's all it's just stupid.
8
It's-
seconds
Uh.
different. Woo!
But yeah, it's
awful.
it's pretty rough.
Thank God.
And here is the one, the only, the Los Federales, my fellow Canuck, only the eastern half. And this is St. Crutches of Assist. He's the patron saint of mobility. And I just
I
love
the glasses.
I just love the fact that he used a picture of Johnny with the reflective glasses. That's just good to see you, buddy.
Oh yeah, I didn't know a difference between a bit and a bite. That was fucking funny.
Oh my god, he's
What's a bit and what's a bite?
he's absolutely getting torn open by Alessi. Alessi is a cross interrogation god as a lawyer. Like, he is. I would not want to be caught in a cross with him.
Yeah.
So imagine a bald spot all right here, right?
Yeah.
Except he has only this spot.
Oh, I've seen that dude. Yeah. I've seen that dude. Yeah, it's almost like an egg shape.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I've seen
I
him.
want to like pull on that and just rip it off.
I know. Like, at that point, just shave it, dude. Just
At that point, go bald.
just do it. You know,
I think I
My-
put in,
my
It's like, it's not
stepmom-
worth it anymore, dude.
my stepmom is the one who talked my dad into finally getting rid of his comb over, and the comb over was so bad it would like come around and around, and then he'd get caught in the wind, and he'd turn his head in a certain way, and all of a sudden go, and it comb over just flailing. So my stepmom taught him or talked him into just shaving it, and oh my god, it made him look so much younger. And that dude, every time I see the egg patch of hair, I think the same thing. Just get rid of that hair at this point. Just get rid of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not
just-
everybody
just
can
not-
have a beautiful, luscious afro like thine self, you know?
Right?
well, not all of us are as young as you are, Brian.
Well, you know what, AP? Fuck you.
Hey,
Oh,
hey,
the
hey,
pucks.
buddy.
Hey.
We all can't have water shedding hair either. So
my hair is a sponge. It literally you go. I
Oh,
do
you're-
use it to wash dishes.
oh, okay. So the
Okay.
white half hits your hair.
I have
You
to
got
blow
shape and
dry this
color from
motherfucker.
black, but
Do you have a diffuser?
Oh
You're
yeah.
good. Okay,
Oh yeah,
good,
and I
good.
put the leave-in beforehand so that like I don't
Yes.
drought the hell out of my hair.
Yeah.
I
yep.
sleep with a bonnet on, you know. I'm actually thinking about putting a bandana and my bonnet and a wife beater on while I play what is that
GTA?
game called? I'm planning on playing Schedule 1 at
Oh.
some point.
Oh.
I
Oh,
want
yeah.
I want to 3D print myself a gold chain because I can't afford regular gold, so it has to be plastic.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
get yourself a clock.
Moose will flat out destroy you. Yeah, moose are not nice if you piss them off. Hello, Johnny. He's back. He says, "What did I just walk into?"
Stellar Blade Talk, my friend. We were talking about beautiful
Boobs.
women. Yeah.
There you go. And Los
Cut off my
Federales.
butts.
After Gen Z, it's Gen fucked, and I do agree with that. After Gen Z, it's pretty much Gen fucked. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're hooped.
Yeah.
And
I can't
purple-haired
see her, we
septum
blonde.
ring having couch whales have complained, huh? He's talking about the woman, the dev's wife. Yeah, surprising, eh?
I
Yeah,
have
it's
somewhere.
Ring.
I have footage from that bookmark somewhere. I'm looking for it. It's
Oh yeah.
way down in my bookmarks on X because I don't actually like put anything in folders or anything, which is, my own special hell.
Wild is saying to Johnny, hi Johnny, feel better and stay away from the ginger nurses. And I second that motion. You stay away from them gingers. Can't trust them
Yeah, they're soulless.
Yeah.
Remove it from you.
at best. I think you mean bighorn sheep digger. I'm not sure if what I meant. That's only a few minutes ago, but I don't know what
We were talking
about.
about venison. So I
Venison.
asked what the exotic meats everybody ate.
Oh,
and
okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
you mentioned moose, and then lamb is really gamey, which
yes.
is kind of odd. I've never had really gamey lamb, but
No. Oh,
doesn't
Depends on
mean
where you
that,
get it from.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. So
yeah.
I
I've
just
never
know
not had gamey lamb. I would
Oh.
if I could have some that wasn't gamey, it might be better.
Well,
but-
that reminds me. If you want to, just for everybody that's having issues with gamey meat, you have to remove the silver skin from the meat. So
That is one thing you got to do. Yeah.
you freeze it a
Okay.
little bit. You can scrape it off, or you can put it in vinegar, and the vinegar will melt the skin sac. So, which is
Okay.
the silver skin.
Okay.
You can't
I've never
marinate
prepared
it too
it.
long.
A girlfriend of mine, her mom is very, very, very British. She came over from England when she met my friend's dad, in like the late 70s. So she's very, very, very British. And they did a proper lamb dinner for New Year's Eve. And it was awesome, but I never prepared it. I just always ate it and thought,
Grilled lamb is delicious. It's just I like my meat cooked. And the rarest piece of meat I've ever eaten was first beef because I had raw beef before. And then lamb. Oh my god, that shit. I swear that thing bought at me when I stabbed it.
Yeah. I don't want it to still be bleeding and moving. I that's too much. I like a medium rare. I like it to be pink in the middle, but I don't need it to be bloody.
See, I'm always
Ah,
I
see,
prefer
now there-
medium well. But then I know
Yeah,
90%
okay.
of places undercook food,
Mm,
which means that if I go
Knock his
well,
horns
it
off, wipe
turns
his
out
ass, and
medium.
ride him by the fire on one side.
yeah. No, no.
Yeah.
And my brother is the exact opposite. My family, I didn't know what a good steak was until I was like 19 or 20. And I went to actually the same friend's house that I did the lamb dinners. I went to her dad's place for barbecue and they had steaks and it was this beautiful hunk of meat. And I didn't know how I wanted it. So they cooked it medium rare. And it was the best piece of meat I had ever eaten. In my family growing up, steak was the cheap, you could get a packet of 4 and cheap,
Yeah.
and they would be cooked until they were gray all the way
Yep.
through.
Delicious.
All the way through.
The
And then you've got to
best.
then you've got to put your ketchup and your,
Yeah.
HP sauce.
Worcestershire
And you-
sauce.
no. Ketchup and
Delicious.
HP. Ketchup and HP, and you stir it together and you slather that all over that piece of, gray
all the
leather.
moisture out of it.
It was awful.
Delicious.
I had no idea that steak could be good. I thought that's what steak was.
That's how
I
I
had no
always
idea.
ate my meat.
Guys,
My parents overcooked. My mom never cooked. My dad only overcooked food. So
Look,
now
I
have a
cooked
taste for
sirloin
overcooked
steaks on the
food.
grill last night. You
Oof.
salt, pepper, a little bit of garlic, fire. You put them over the coals. You do a little bit of a sear, flip it over, do sear the other side, throw it on the indirect side of the heat, and then you just let it sit up to about 129 degrees internal, and then done.
All right,
Yeah.
calm down, Guga. We need to cook
See,
our food here.
which
I don't
should
have
give you
I don't have a food thermometer, but when it comes to steaks, I've got my hand.
Yeah,
Any
so-
idea
I
how
was
cheap a
taught,
thermopen is?
like that's rare. No, that's rare. That's medium rare. That's well, and I can't
What?
remember where well done.
No,
well done.
No,
Or
well,
yeah,
medium well, medium rare,
you're just touching the same spot.
undercooked, like uncooked.
Yeah.
You start with the pinky, and that one's well.
Oh, I didn't
or I
see
could
what you were
just
doing
say
with the
medium
fingers.
fucking rare.
Oh, I'm
like a
sorry.
man,
It's
know.
hard to see
Yeah.
with my camera. So
Yeah, no, I
well,
didn't. Okay.
medium well, medium, then solid medium, medium rare, then this is rare, and then this is uncooked.
Yeah, I just
Oh,
do
okay.
GSP, cast iron skillet,
Okay.
some ghee, and I cook it until it's seared on both sides. Then I lower it down and I let it cook until it's medium.
Well, you flip it on one side for 30 seconds, and you flip it on the other side for like 30 seconds, and you flip it over again 30 seconds, and boom, down the hatch.
No, I
Properly,
flipped it once.
you know, you got a proper temperature on that skillet. Yeah, you get a nice hard sear, get some good Maillard reaction on the side. Bada bing,
Yeah.
bada boom, my friend.
Where the fuck
That
is that
video.
clip? Hold on, give me fucking 30 seconds.
You're talking Guga. That's how he cooks it on the the grills. You
Yeah.
put it over, you get a sear, and then you turn the grill plate.
Yep.
Hmm.
Which
That's how
is
I do my
fine.
steaks. It's fan-fucking-tastic.
Yeah. I just, when it comes to venison, I like it a little bit more than well, or not well,
Yeah.
a little bit more than medium, just because I don't like the whatever the hell the fluid is that comes out of venison. It's not blood, it's the other crap.
All right, who the heck can actually
don't
share
know.
something with sound? Because if so, private chat.
I mean, I can, but I'm just, I'm looking for something else right now.
Yeah.
It says
I'll,
I can
I'll
present
figure it out. I'll
something.
figure it out real quick because I copied
Okay.
that. I think I can share it via Edge.
All right. We missed a couple of good jokes in here. First off, Los Federales saying I failed Spanish in high school and I'm Spanish. That's way to
I
go.
thought you were black.
Damn it.
Bravo, my friend.
I
OG
really
was
thought he
here.
black.
Oh shoot, I lost it. There it is. Okay. Do you know why they call it Pride Month? Because not all of the people calling themselves ladies are not whole women. Some of them are lying. But dumb.
Womp womp.
And then we've got. Oh shoot, where did it go? There we go. Speaking of math, do you know the difference between math and meth? How quickly you can count your teeth.
True.
Oh, and Buck comes back and says, "No, you don't need steel Sudafed to do math." There you go. And JKD Buck, thank you so much. See, people with wrenches, they've got wrenches for reasons because they do stuff that need to be done that I don't think about because I'm
Every
not
once in a
thinking.
while, we do things. That is true.
The Broken Baker, he's awesome. The Baker's awesome. He's a good
Yes,
dude. He's a lot
Baker
of
is
fun.
awesome.
I
He's
haven't met him yet.
yeah,
I have
yeah.
actually in person at Dollywood. He's a really cool dude.
You lucky.
See, next
Hey,
time they go to Dollywood, I'm gonna go steal one of Valhalla's goats.
when is
Bro,
Dollywood? September?
Dollywood is in 2 weeks. We're all
Oh,
going.
it's 2 weeks.
I'm gonna
Oh.
steal one of Valhalla's goats,
Yeah.
man.
Okay,
I want
all I'm
that.
telling you is I've also met Valhalla. Great dude, fantastic man. They're
Mhm.
just absolute, just beautiful man. And I'm telling you, don't do it. He almost went over the counter at some chick at the sports bar because they wouldn't serve Baker a drink.
I'm going to steal one of his
They wouldn't
goats,
serve
and I will
Baker
get,
a
I will get
drink.
so much love.
So Baker
people
had
will
an
be like,
international
"Why didn't I
driver's
just sell this
license,
guy
but he
goat?"
didn't have his passport, and the manager at this bar would
Oh.
not actually serve him unless he had his passport.
Which
Well,
is
that's the
bullshit. You
law.
don't bring your passport with you when
still
you're
had-
drinking. Come on.
He had an
Silly.
international driver's license.
Yeah, that should
Right.
be
That
plenty
Should
for a
have
bar.
functioned just
And
fine.
yeah,
Well,
she
no,
tried to
the-
play some like whole like thing of, oh well, some of my best friends are. I'm like, are you really fucking doing this? Yeah, it was a whole thing.
JK
mean, you could-
Debuck has also dropped Mo in the Deep End, her YouTube channel, because she's
Yes,
just
Mo.
as awesome. She's a load of fun. Her
She's a
her
sweetheart.
characters and her costumes and her attitude. Mo's a hoot.
I want to know how
I
Mo
just
got
love
a
her.
period in her name, because that shit breaks URLs.
Oh, maybe
Mo dot in the deep. How does that work? How
maybe
did
it
that work?
doesn't. Maybe that was a I don't know. That's
I want to test that
Yeah.
shit out.
does it
Yeah.
terminate at the period?
It should, if it's
Let's-
not a dot in the deep. I'm testing this shit out.
scrolling.
I don't see it in the
I have been
list.
That
scrolling
thing
through
is
my this
scrolling.
whole, like,
Holy
the last
shit, it
20 minutes.
works.
It did work.
That is intense.
Yeah.
Maybe they
Cool.
fixed it.
Congrats on her. She broke my damn mind.
So it wasn't a misprint, kids. It really does work.
It works
Um,
just fine. Check out Mo
yep.
in the Deep. She's great.
Mo is a lot of fun. And
I've seen
she's
her more
got
than
Snake
Baker.
Island, which is a lovely place. If you want to send the baddies somewhere, Snake Island is a good place to be sent. Didn't know
If
the
I
difference
didn't-
between a bit and a bite.
Right. If I didn't have this crippledness, Snake Island wouldn't bother me.
I love snakes. Snakes are great.
I like
I've owned a
snakes
couple.
too. I like snakes too. JK Debuck, he's saying his theory about the dude with the egg-shaped patch of hair is that he's growing the goatee to transplant to his head. So maybe that's the egg is actually the start of the transplant.
God, that'd be
Good
weird.
theory.
Just
because
add some more
goatee
every
hair is
time.
Basically, like the same as pubic hair.
Yeah. Well, it's better than nothing, maybe. I don't know.
The thickness of the pubes you can tell from the chin hair.
Nice.
You see how
I mean, I'm
Kaiser's
sure I knew
patchy.
that, but I don't,
I say, and I recently trimmed, so I don't have like the luscious fullness right now.
You don't have the full. Oh, I see. I see.
I
mean,
recently trimmed a little bit,
It takes me 3 months to even get to where I'm at right now. So
And AP is completely barren down there. Everyone knows that means three
down
things.
there, no, I haven't had a girlfriend in a while, so I don't have to shave anymore.
I'm the only one looking at it. Fuck it.
Wait, you shaved?
Got to keep it trimmed to make them happy.
Really?
I gotta give the wildlife somewhere fun to play.
Didn't say remove.
I didn't know that was a requirement.
And Buck, you're right. No, you really can't stop the Brits from coming over, no matter what you do.
Yeah, we did it before. We'll do it again.
Frank's Canna Lounge. Good
Only
to
lost
have ya.
them once.
The industrial meat is not the same as farm raised meat. So
It's
yeah, maybe
true,
that's
very true, especially when it
yeah.
comes to lamb.
yeah. And Buck is saying my boss's wife, bleh. I was gonna say my wife's boss, that wasn't right. My boss's wife is Greek and she makes a mean lamb. Okay,
Well, that's
yeah,
what you
I
need. You
I
need a
loved
Greek.
everything to do with it, and I love the mint sauce. I just always
Oh, the
felt the
tzatziki?
meat was a bit
Yeah.
gamey, so
Yeah.
And
Well,
yes,
it's
the
just
British love tea. Why don't they pronounce the T in British? You're not wrong.
British.
Yeah, British. You're right. And it's H. Yeah.
It's H.
Hate.
That
Um,
pissed me off. I've got a buddy from the UK, and he's like, "Oh, what about the letter H?" And he's like, "Yeah, what? You mean H?" I'm like, "I'll kill
Yeah.
you." And then I immediately proceeded to kill him in Monster Hunter. I
there
lured the
you
boss
go.
to him, immediately lasered his ass. He died. It was great. Became a fucking chew toy.
Buck is agreeing with Kenna Frank. Best meat I ever had was farm raised.
My cousin
Raised?
owns a farm, actually. So, or my cousin's wife's family owns a
Yeah.
farm. They have like several hundred acres of land right next to the
Mm.
Pioneer Woman on the Food Channel.
Oh,
Okay.
So they have like cows. They got zorses. I want to try to eat a zorse. That is my goal. I want to eat one of those things, and I want to know
want
if
a
it's any
Zorse?
good.
Well, we'll see if the exotic meat market can bring some Zorks in. Because
Zorse?
that's
I feel like
definitely
that-
exotic.
Is that exotic? I feel like that would be more like roadkill.
A Zork? I
A
don't know.
zorse, a zebra horse. I guess that would be
Yeah.
exotic.
Yeah, I'd call that exotic for sure.
There aren't many of them.
yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
I
You
mean,
can't ride 'em
zebras are
either.
exotic.
Those things are
On their own.
assholes. They will kick the shit out of you.
Gee,
don't come up
I
behind
can't
a
imagine
horse.
why.
No, they're
Zebras are
untamable.
assholes.
They've tried. They literally have tried to tame the Zorses. It doesn't work.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting.
They're more zebra, I guess.
Those zebras are assholes. So
Los Federales. I went to Ruth Chris and it was absolute shit. Had a tomahawk in Santorini and was absolute perfection. Okay.
Santorini. Yeah.
see, the best steak I
Mm.
ever had was in Texas. So
And that's the
Yeah.
best steak I ever had was St. Elmo's in downtown Indy. That place is a freaking staple here.
St. Elmo's. That's like the movie? St.
Elmo's Steakhouse.
Oh, very cool.
It's literally like one of the most, like the biggest attractions in Indy is, St.
Interesting.
Elmo's Steakhouse. It's like this old school, like, classic old school, like steakhouse. It's been around for like fucking ever. And yeah, you go in there, you're not walking out without paying minimum triple digits for your your meal. And that was my 30th birthday gift from my wife. Was we went to St. Elmo's. I got the giant ass like medium rare porterhouse and a glass of Lagavulin. I was like, yeah, I'm looking good.
Ooh, I love
Nice.
Lagavulin.
So yeah, Lagavulin
Whiskey.
with a giant like fucking 40-ounce porterhouse. I'm like, shit, yeah.
Nice.
just
Yeah.
$300 just for your plate.
Yeah, it was not cheap, but it was good. It was fucking
I-
good.
It's awesome.
There's a reason why I've only been there one time in my life.
Ooh,
oh,
nice.
the one I had was a 16. That's an 11.
Oh, it's the 16s were pricey.
Oh yeah, those are $100 a bottle minimum.
Oh, this one was $100 a bottle. It's a
Yeah.
double smoked. Thing tastes like you're drinking liquid smoke, and it's fucking weird.
It literally tastes like you're drinking a campfire, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's really good.
Now I want some. Thanks a lot, Kaiser.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, if only you could pour me a little some through the computer there.
Come and
Dadgummit.
visit me.
Right?
I'm down for it, especially since you guys have the good stuff available now.
That reminds me, I need to go and see my neighbor. Turns out I don't have to get my passport photos redone. They're still
Oh, yeah?
within the allotted time limit. So I just
Awesome.
have to take them to the neighbor and get her to sign it. So if I can get her to do that tonight, I will be going back to Canada, Service Canada tomorrow, and crossing fingers. Yes, because the sooner I get that passport, the sooner we can actually firm up a date and time for a proper meetup.
You can come visit.
Right,
What's up?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Yes,
awesome.
I'm very
I'm
excited. I
excited
was
for it.
happy. Yeah, I was very happy to hear that I didn't have to replace the pictures. Not that they're uber expensive, but it's a pain in the ass. Yeah.
You
It
can't
is.
take yours with a cell phone.
No, there's specific little wallet-sized, like,
Passport IDs.
yeah,
Oh.
passport ID photos. They're very persnickety.
They're
Yeah.
1 inch wide by 1 3/4 inch or 1 3/8 inch tall
Yeah.
or whatever the hell it is.
I was able to take mine with a phone and then send it, like on the
lucky
online
bastard.
application.
You lucky bastard.
Yeah, the United States is a little ahead of other countries
true.
when
Yeah,
it
you
comes
guys-
to
right. We have
passports.
Yeah. I've
technology.
got 4 pieces of federal
Yeah.
ID and I still am not allowed to leave the country.
Hey, I also have 4 versions of ID. Not all of them are federal, but I've got one for my concealed carry, one for my FOID, one for my driver's license, and one that says that I'm allowed to leave the fucking country.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah.
3 of mine are federal. One of them's provincial, but
Yeah.
still.
And Canada's trying to keep their people from leaving.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Yeah, they leave, they don't come back because that place is a slavery-ridden hellhole, and I know a thing or two about slavery.
Yeah, I'm sure you do, right? You specifically know a
Wow.
whole lot about it.
My, isn't it nice we're having weather?
Well, he is married. So.
It's true. Thanks for reminding me, Kaiser. We're actually
Oh.
going to be getting some storms, and then you're going to be getting worse ones again tomorrow.
Yeah. Thankfully, I think that's supposed to happen more in the afternoon whenever we're all at work or something. Oh, no.
I think you're going to get hit with them around 10 a.m.
Oh, great. Actually, that's fine. Perfectly fine.
Does that work for you?
Yeah,
That's
because
my
I'll be at
best
work.
guess. Actually, wait, hold on. Count of 11, maybe.
Yeah,
You're a
I'll-
little bit further east than I remember.
Yeah, my wife and I will both be at work. My kid will be at daycare, and they have a basement there. So guess what?
Perfect. 10 out of 10. I'll take
Yep.
it.
Yeah. So I will be all hunky dory, sitting in my air conditioned office, just working on my book as I kind of just fuck off, basically. Well,
God, I
that's in
wish I
between
had that much
claims.
time. I wish I could do that.
We're hitting that point in the year where it's like, oh, the break's over, all the summer camps are starting, and all the trips are happening, so all the claims are coming in. And I'm like, oh fuck.
Oh no.
Yep.
I'm like, that means all the time that I had to work on my book is just drying up. But I'm in the editing process. I can do that kind of whenever.
Yeah.
And volume 2 planning is pretty much done. I've actually started on chapter 1 last night. I'm going to do first probably a couple chapters and then skip ahead, do the ending, and then go back and fill everything in the same way I did the first volume. But holy shit, y'all. I'm just saying, I was really happy with how I did in volume 1.
I
Volume
cannot
2,
wait to
holy
see volume
fuck.
1.
It's gonna be hilarious. It's gonna be amazing. I mean, not hilarious, but it's gonna be amazing. I am chomping at the bit on this
Yeah.
one, just because it's going to be so much bigger, so much higher in scope, and then of course we're going to actually. There's so much to talk about. Like, oh, I'm like, I want to talk more.
Neurodivergent one. Yeah, I'll be around. I normally would have cut it off like a half an hour ago, but I'm having fun. If you guys want to hang around,
Yeah.
I'm good for hanging around. I don't have anywhere I
I'm
have to
always
be
fun to
tonight.
hang around. The only thing I've got to do after this is book work. So
There
I
you
get
go.
to go to bed after this and then wake up at 4 a.m. and
Yay.
cry.
Fun
I
time.
have to bounce because I
You
have
have
to
to
do a
bounce?
bio break and
No worries.
got to get ready for bed here soon. So
Okay.
It was
Yeah.
great to talk to you, AP.
always
Yeah.
good to see AP, buddy.
Yeah, love seeing you.
yeah, it's always fun. Hopefully, one of these days, you're here and I'm moving like a normal human, and I can teach you how to shoot. So,
Right.
Nice.
Fuck yes.
Yes.
but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll give it a go. So,
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming. I'll talk to you. Well, yeah, I'll talk to you at some point. We always do.
yeah. Y'all have a good night.
Night,
You too,
AP.
brother.
too.
Bye,
Later.
buddy. Oh,
Oh,
Lord have
gee, ba-dum-dum. China has no problem getting a fentanyl passport. That's because
Yeah,
they
that
don't make
reminds
it
me.
there. They send the bits and get the bits through the port.
Yeah.
And then the bits get put together. And JK saying Tornado Alley moved east this year.
Yeah.
There you go.
I struggle if it moved east or if it just rotated about 4 or 5 degrees.
It probably, yeah, more like that.
Because, I mean, on the grand scheme of things, it looks like it moved east.
Good
When in
night,
reality,
Wild.
it just went like
I
this.
missed ya.
You know?
Sorry.
The whole pole shifting thing has been getting a little bit quicker. It's not super fast, but I mean it's enough to be kind of noticeable after a couple of years.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it's the precession. I mean, it's part of the normal, cycle of the Earth.
Yeah.
Much as
Right.
everybody wants to be like, oh, the pole's shifting, it's gonna be like, wow, like, yeah, it's
Ah.
happened like multiple fucking times throughout the Earth's history. It
Yeah.
happens.
Throughout just the time that humans have walked the earth, it's happened several times.
Yeah.
Now I've got no idea what the effect is going to be. I personally do not think it's going to be quite as quick as some people think it's going to be,
Yeah.
because nothing happens that fast in the grand scheme of things on Earth at all, because it's so
Yeah.
large.
Right. Well, I mean,
Like-
and I'm one of those kind of people that I look at global warming and I think beachfront property in Indiana is a great idea, but that's just me.
You depending on who you listen to, you might be beachfront, you might not. I don't necessarily think so. But also I'm more of a skeptic than a lot of people.
That was a joke, Brian.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, there's a very good chance you could have beachfront property. I'm not fucking kidding.
Oh, and I'm sure that would be the case. It's just one of those like, I
Well-
look, there are parts of my state that I'm just kind of like, oh yeah, we could just put a lake there.
Diggs is
It wouldn't
close
Why I
enough
did
to
be
that.
the
water,
worst
should be
thing.
fine.
Oh, I live right on the fault line. I don't, but we've got a major fault line in the Pacific Northwest.
Oh, you won't have to
And
worry about
it's-
that.
Yeah, it's been acting up quite a bit more than it ever did before. We were warned when we moved down there in Expo 86. So yeah, we moved down there in 87. And they were warning about the big one, but there was never really anything. But they've had so many shakes and quakes lately. There's a volcano that looks like it may or may not be ready to erupt right along there.
I'm talking
So,
about
yeah.
the one that's like in the ocean that they're like, it's going to erupt, it's going to be crazy, and then it's just going to bubble up and make a new island.
It's just gonna be a
Well,
fart in the bathtub.
If we're lucky,
Hawaii
yes.
to Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah, if we're lucky, that's all it's gonna do.
No, that's
But
all it's
they've
going to
been
be.
threatening that Vancouver is going to be underwater as well. Like Vancouver's going to be gone, and the Lower Mainland is not going to be the Lower Mainland anymore.
Digger, what happens if you throw a firecracker into a lake?
Not much. The lake puts out the
Hmm?
firecracker.
Okay, waterproof firecracker.
Bloop.
Blue, exactly.
M80.
That's what's
Yeah.
going to happen if a quote super volcano goes off in the bottom of the fucking ocean.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
so hey, there ain't nothing there. I mean,
yeah. No,
Yeah.
the bigger thing, not so much the volcano or the plates that have been.
yeah, you're
slowly-
gonna get Hawaii. I mean, it's just, I mean, the way that they've always kind of shown it on infographics is it goes down and then lava come up. Lava,
Yep.
Mm.
makes that's literally the situation of Hawaii. Is a consistently going under, lava come up set of islands. Made an
Okay.
island chain that's now a tourist destination.
I thought it was a hotspot volcano.
They're all generally kind of the same. Once
Okay.
the super volcano goes off, then it becomes a hotspot.
Mm.
Generally, it shouldn't become another super volcano again because it fills in, right?
Yeah.
The thing that makes a
Okay.
super volcano is the fact that it hasn't gotten a chance to erupt in 2.4 million years.
Okay. A little bit of time.
Just a few.
No biggie then. Global warming is a cult, says OG. Well,
Yeah.
That's
it-
what you're
That's
using
pretty
to
much it.
get people to freak the fuck out because without a boogeyman, you ain't got no power.
Well, it's a carbon. It's carbon tax. It's all a scheme. It's just,
Oh
just a
my
money laundering
goodness.
scheme.
can we speak about carbon tax?
Did you guys get a new one?
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Oh, dude, this guy, Mark
God
Carney.
bless you, Digger. You got to deal with so much bullshit.
Oh my goodness.
You know,
It's
they literally
ridiculous.
make these devices that they put in greenhouses that is a carbon dioxide generator. If
Yeah.
CO2 was a fucking problem, we'd know.
Yeah. Yeah, I am honestly, I would no longer be surprised if Canada ends up joining the EU. I am not shitting you. Carney is something else, I tell you. He is yeah,
Yeah,
he got rid of the carbon tax to win the election. That was part of his thing. He pulled it down just before the election. But now he's implemented a new carbon tax which taxes everything that we need. Like everything. It puts a tax on absolutely everything that we need: food, clothes, toiletries, everything. And
What kind of
then
World
when
Economic
he was
Forum bullshit
over
is this?
well, when he was over visiting Trump, he came back and he was all, oh yeah, I put Trump in his place and blah blah blah, and things are great.
bullshit.
What no one really said, because of course our media is state owned, is that what he did quietly is he took away all the tariffs. Like not the long standing ones, not the habitual tariffs that we have against you, but he got rid of everything else. So you guys are no longer paying any tariffs on any of our stuff. We're still paying
Good.
tariffs on all of your stuff.
Good.
Well, yeah, that's great for you, not so much for us, but we don't know that that's what's happened because our state-owned media hasn't told us that.
I didn't know that either, but I'm glad.
As far as our media
on your syrup.
knows, they're telling us everything's great and he kicked Trump's butt and put him in his place and la la la, and it's no, he didn't. no, he
Yeah,
didn't.
anybody that thinks that they kicked Trump's ass is functionally just
Retarded.
you know.
Yes.
I mean, y'all have seen like the reporting on why Trump wants Iceland or Greenland so bad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's a fucking nuclear site there that we want back.
Well, you know.
That got
And not to
buried
mention
pretty good.
the minerals, the rare earth metals, you know, the strategic, you know, significance.
Mhm.
We put a Cold War nuclear warhead there.
Yeah.
We want that back.
Mr. Q saying, I'm surprised you're not part of the EU already. Well,
It's
yeah.
true.
Yeah. And the fact that, I mean, when he first said it, I thought he was joking, right? And you laugh it off, but he's actually kind of serious about it. And what the first thing he did when he became prime minister, was he went to Europe and he visited with his old banking friends from the EU, amongst other things. He had nothing to do with the Canadian anything. He took off for Europe immediately upon winning. So, you know, we know who he's looking out for. His only real problem though is if he wants us to become a part of the EU, he's going to have to go up against the Chinese because they own a fair chunk of us.
China.
Yeah, they own a lot of us. A lot of us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello,
God, I
Bright
can't wait
Can
for that
News.
country
Good
to
to see you.
collapse.
Honk honk.
That name is interesting. Like Canadian, like
Yeah, that's what I'm assuming. Bright Canadian News. Bright Can News. I've planted a bunch of air this year, 40 some acres of carrots, 6 of which I own, whole shit ton of corn, and
Mhm.
7 trees. Nice.
Yo, can I get some carrots?
Nice.
I say we actually just did all of our planting over the weekend too.
I should have, but the creek's threatening to
Yeah.
overflow again. So, I mean, the big grates that are normally completely in the air are covered.
Yep.
So,
Yeah,
I'm just gonna wait a little
You live
bit
in a
longer.
floodplain?
Yeah.
Why the fuck is it's like every year you're saying that your lake is overtaking. You live in a
It's the
floodplain,
creek.
don't you?
It's the creek. It's I don't know about a floodplain, but it's the land of lakes. So we've got
Should you be
glacial.
underwater?
No, no.
Like 200 years ago, was this
No.
area that you're talking about underwater?
No.
So you're not
No,
a
I'm way
floodplain then.
I'm well, not way up high, but I'm on the other side of the coastal mountain range.
Oh, so it's every year the
above.
ice melt comes down.
Yeah, comes
Right,
through.
okay.
Yeah. So, but I just I'm learning right? Every year you garden, you learn something else.
Yep.
So now I learned, and I'm not going to put anything in there until the flooding is for sure done, which means I'm going to have to just start most of my plants from plants as opposed to
Yeah.
the seeds that I did last year. That being said, as soon as I can, I'm going to throw my carrots in the ground and
There you go.
get them going. Yeah, them
Yeah,
and
we've,
peas.
Yeah, we've actually gone ahead and we've expanded our garden this year. So yeah, we've got snap peas, we've got cucumbers. I say I've got like 4 different varieties of bell peppers,
Yeah,
cayenne pepper, poblano ancho, some let's see, chili de arbol, and then jalapenos. Also got like 4 San Marzano tomatoes, 4 Roma tomatoes, and then all of our spices we've got this year. We've usually got our usual, so we've got like 3 or 4 sweet basil. We've got 2 oregano, about 4 rosemary, I think, and then I need to get thyme. We need to add thyme to the list again, but we did expand this year and got dill. So we're going to be making pickles out of that with the
nice.
stuff in the garden, as well as the I think we got garlic too.
Mm.
Garlic, lavender, a whole bunch of other stuff. The wife's putting in a bunch of wildflowers, so that way we can have something for the pollinators to come in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. I'm gonna say our garden, our little garden's expanding.
Yeah, no, it's really I enjoy gardening so much, and that's one of the things I'm making a point of this year. I tried bell peppers last year, just didn't make it. So this year I'm hoping I'll have a better turnout. But,
Yeah, last year we did not have a good yield on our bell peppers either. We had like, I think 2, 3 that we got in total. But yeah, I think this year we've got like, actually, I think we got 6 green bell peppers and 2 of the red hot Maxi Bell peppers.
okay.
So we've got 8 in total. Kid loves bell peppers. So like, hell yeah.
Me too.
Hook
Not
that
the
kid
green
up.
ones, but I love the rest.
Yeah. So yeah, that and some jalapenos. I'm gonna try and see if I can find out where my dad gets his and get some foolers. I love those. They're jalapenos, but they don't have the spice. They're not hot at all.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, they're
You get
called
the flavor
foolers.
without the heat.
You get the flavor
Foolers.
without the heat. And yeah, my kid, he's 4. He can't handle this heat yet.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
a
Little bit.
Yeah, we're working on that.
I did see that. Brian, there it is. Brian is really Antoine Dodson.
Hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husband, because they're taking everybody up in here in Lincoln Park. All right. I have a red bandana. I just couldn't fucking find it.
Right, so hard.
Oh God, I mean,
Wish I lived in a hotter climate so I could grow hot peppers.
God, I fucking love Los Federales. It's fucking funny.
Yeah. Bright Can News saying, I had a good birthday live stream this weekend. And good for you. Happy belated
Congratulations.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. Evan, Anton, and Nicole showed up. I don't know who those people are, but yay. Sorry. Garden of Eden would be a great sign for gardeners. Garden of Eden. I like that. There you go. We gotcha. We got a crisp.
Got to bring it down a little bit further.
Yo, we
There
got
we
the
go.
Crip Gang here. Yo, we
the
got
Crip Gang.
blues.
I feel really bad. The closest thing I've got is
You got
is
the
The
red.
whitest man here.
For West
Yeah, the
Side.
whitest man here.
West
Yeah.
I was like, I have a red one too. It's in there. I literally just had this on the other day because I was working in the garden. I had the straw hat on and everything.
Yeah.
Doing my Farmer John impression,
Yeah.
Well, if,
But yeah, use
if you
this
wore the
kinda
red
catch
one,
the
I have to
sweat.
come to your house and maybe show you why they call us why they call you the Crips, or or call me the Crips and call you the Bloods. There we go.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
My
get
my
your colors
brain is not
combinations
working.
there.
Yeah, get it right there.
I'm sorry.
I'll
I
be
didn't grow
right
up in a
back.
gang.
I've got to go in.
Oh my god, I fixed my hair.
It looks great.
Oh god.
Also, Los Federales, of fucking course I saw your pic, dude.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's actually getting to the point my hair's getting too long.
No. Okay, Los Federales, Chicago West Side. The West Side gangs is west, not West Lee.
Who are
West
you?
Lee
The East City
is
West
more
Men?
of a Cali thing, I thought. Unless it's New York, but I thought it was Cali. I don't live anywhere near the hood anymore. Don't live near anywhere near them right now. Thank
Yeah, the closest thing we've got to the closest thing we've got to a gang in my area is the HOA.
That's true. Those fuckers will screw you over worse than the mafia will.
Well, that's only until they start fucking with me, and then let's just say I get petty.
The HOA threatened to take my parents' dog because he would bark once or twice, and then my parents would bring him inside, and the neighbors said, "Oh, he stays out there for hours and he just barks all the time." Not the fact that he, he was a 17-year-old dog who had to go to the bathroom all the time.
Right.
And would bark once or twice to come back inside. My parents would let him in. They're like, "No, he's out there for hours on end." It's like, "No, you're just dumb." So I said, "If
you're a
they try to
fucking
take the
idiot.
dog, I'm going to kill him." My parents were like, "Wow, Brian, that's pretty." I'm like, "Fuck it, fuck the whitey."
That's right. Fuck Whitey. Oh, wait a minute. Good.
My mom was very concerned. My dad was like, "Okay, I can understand why you say it."
Yeah.
And then my
Everybody
mom
talk-
realized what I was saying, and then she was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I agree also." Black power. I'm like, "Mom, stop that."
Everybody likes to talk mad shit until I pull out until I decide to get personal and pull out the recurve bow like right there behind me, and I'm just like, okay, you want the mad shit? I'm gonna go ahead and go medieval on your ass, because trust me, I'm a pretty damn good shot in the recurve.
I'm still waiting for them to unban the P90 in my state so I can finally buy one and then put a little anime girl rapping on it and just call it good.
Get the ooh woozy.
Uwu? Yeah.
Get the ooh woozy, bro. Whenever I slot in that
Oh,
magazine
goodness.
up in the top because it's bullpup, it's like, but ooh, and I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go.
You just need to like get the Cerakoted like suppressor, like powder blue.
Powder blue, nah, man, hot pink.
Hot pink, yeah.
Gotta have it hot pink.
Well, you gotta
So
have
I am
balance.
here. I'm just doing things that my government may not allow me to do on screen. So
Well, pull out a
nothing
shovel?
bad. I'm just doing a dab. I'm smoking some pot for anyone who's concerned. I'm just smoking pot, but dabs look different than smoking a joint, and so not a good thing. Apparently,
Not YouTube friendly.
yeah, not at all. Doobies are fine.
Not that.
Apparently,
Looks
right now.
is a fucking genius. Tell
I
your
know,
parents to
he
buy a
is-
solar powered
yeah.
alarm. Tell him to throw the alarm onto my neighbor's roof. Fuck yeah.
Hello, SH. How you doing?
Nah, just take a smoke alarm, right? And just take the batteries out of it and throw it on the roof. Beep. Fuck.
Hello, Lexi. How you doing?
That only works if they're white, though.
Oh, they would get very confused if they're white. Me, I'm just used to it, you know? Huh? Oh, that's normal. It's supposed to make that sound. It means it's working.
That's right.
It was
know
like
it
somebody.
works.
I still remember that one time. Like somebody went back and they like took like some Obama like address from the White House office, and they actually like added in like every 30 seconds the little chirp.
God, I bullied Johnny into
Yeah.
adding the chirp into like a
did.
stream sticker.
You did.
I really want him to reduce that down to 25 bits per. 'cause it's such a short thing. It's kind
It
of
is
funny.
a short thing. Yeah. You want to be able to say it twice because it's so short.
Well, because like okay, so like the Nugget crew, whatever the Nugget Army one, which is like 5
Nugget Army,
bits
yeah.
or something like that.
Okay.
It's like I want to be able to, I could say I could just have it yell fuck like 110 times, something like I don't 50 times or something before I get the same beep. You know,
Mm,
I want to be able to beep.
I see what you mean. All right. We'll have to bring that up at the next meeting.
I want some beep for my buck. You know what I mean?
Got a little beep for your buck. That's right. Damn it, Johnny. You hear that? If you're listening, if you're awake and listening, Brian needs a little bit more beep for his buck. So you gotta bring that price down, please.
Los Federales, just give me a good fucking idea. I'll get working on that. I wish a rapper would add that chirp in every 10 seconds in a song as like a back beep. I got this shit. I got the best fucking song. Yo, Kaiser, you do a rap for me?
No.
Oh no, you will. I mean, I'm gonna require it, but you know. it'll be funny.
Okay.
I need
can
my
string words
whitest
together on
friend.
paper. I can string words together on paper. Vocally, no. I
I
can't.
need you. No, your voice is perfect. You're like low voice when you start doing shit. Oh yeah, I want that, and I'm going to give you a pass so you can say the N-word a few times too.
I'm still not gonna say it just because of principle, but
No, I fuck your principles.
Fuck your principles. I love it. Not even a bribe. Like fuck your principles. I'll do this for you. Just a straight out fuck your principles.
You owe me as your
You're
only
saying that
black
word.
friend. You owe me.
okay. First of all, you're not my only black friend.
Yeah, just nope.
You're the one I see the most of, though.
That might get you some extras, but it's not going to get you an N-word. It sounds like.
Nah.
Oh,
Okay,
poor
fine,
Lexi.
fine. How about a W word? You can swap out the N for a W.
It's still a
Wigger?
little too close.
I knew quite a few Wiggers in my high school. It was awesome. They were
Look,
an interesting lot.
Look,
Yeah.
I get weirded out trying to pronounce that sort of a word describing those people in those camps in that place in China. You know, I get
that wig a pale like Nutella.
The Uyghurs?
yeah. I get weirded out
Yep.
enough trying to say that, and it's not even spelled the same.
No, it's totally spelled weird, eh? Like
Yeah.
With an
I had
A
no
at the
idea
end,
that
yeah,
that's
not
what it
even a
sounded
hard
like
R.
until someone said it. I was not saying it right at all.
But you said
Yeah, there's
it a
just
lot when
some
you
words that
were-
I just choose, like just me personally, I choose not to say.
Fair enough.
Pass or
Fair
no
enough.
pass, I just choose not to say that.
Oh, but, okay, but I'll put feature ft dot K-Man Gangsta. It's gonna go. It's gonna hit triple plat. I promise you.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah.
If it helps me get a publishing deal.
You're gonna be the next P. Diddy, eh?
I will.
No.
When I hit single plat, I will pay for all 3 of them books getting published. All right.
Okay, yeah, we might have to talk on that one.
All right.
Oh my
Okay,
goodness.
I need
Puff, puff,
guaranteed
puff.
New York Times bestseller status. Do I think it'll help? Probably not,
You
but
can
you
get
know.
Time magazine cover.
It'll just be my face like
I didn't mean to say that.
just do the Shatner.
Oh my goodness. You guys are
Ugh.
too funny. I've got Lexi's here saying there's a group of kids that hang out on the corner and intimidate everyone. 6-year-olds are brutal.
You know what we call 6-year-olds on a corner?
Yeah. You know you're
Target
in trouble.
practice.
I'm almost old enough where I got to start debating whether or not I want to cross the street when I see the group of youngins sitting on the corner.
Well, you see,
I
you
don't
take your
know the corner
purse.
of the
You
down
pull out your
the street.
Glock. Oh wait, I'm sorry. You live in
No,
Canada. Never mind.
Canuck, yeah. Yeah. Los Federales, tell your parents, he's saying, tell your parents to buy a solar powered alarm. Tell them to set the alarm to go off every 90 minutes after midnight. Tell them to throw the alarm on their neighbor's roof. That's, not the worst idea.
It's a good
How to
idea,
annoy your
frankly.
neighbors without getting caught.
Oh,
SH has got some asshole keeps busting the street lights out by her house so he can deal drugs from the car in the dark. Yeah. He should be dealing drugs over in my neighborhood. We just don't have street lights on all the side. They've got street lights on the main street, but there's no street lights on the cul-de-sacs. So there's just what the buildings shed. Yeah. The drug dealers love my cul-de-sac.
yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to drop out here, guys, because my mama just called me, and I don't know why.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay. Well, you go. You be well. Have a good
Hopefully
night.
it's good news.
Yes.
They
Yes.
just got back from vacation, so I think
Okay.
if pray it's talking about
It's-
that and not something about their house getting burned down.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll hope
Yeah.
that that's the good thing. To say, wellness and good health to all of
Yes.
them.
Absolutely. I will talk to y'all later, and
Yeah.
chat, make sure you
See you
check out
soon.
any links we posted, just because all
Yes,
of them
please.
deserve your love and affection, if you know what I mean.
Yes, please.
All you're more than love.
Yes.
Yeah.
Order your peacock balls. They're on 50% off right now.
Yep, and a couple weeks now you get birthday for B-Man. That means you get what 29% off on all peacock balls.
There you go.
Especially ones you can stuff in your mouth. All right, peace.
There you go.
And I will
All
talk
right,
to y'all
bye.
later.
Bye, Brian. Oh, and then there were two.
Yep.
Oh, Lord.
Well. Oh, she's OG. My son is not allowed to say the N-word. Nutella is bad. And Los Federales, the only thing Kaiser wraps are his sandwiches. There you go.
Yeah, it's not technically wrong, but because I mean,
Yeah.
you get a good wrap on a sandwich, you get that a little bit of steam action going
Yeah.
inside the bread. Say you can't make a perfect cubano without it.
Well.
Good stuff.
The only good Tech Nine song I heard was MIF Psycho. Tech Nine had a few good songs, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I saw the other one that Los Federales put up there about
love TCR.
Steve Irwin. Yeah, that's actually kind of funny. Yeah,
Oh, there we go. Yeah. Why does
So
Kaiser
that's
remind
actually
me of
kind
a
of
husky
funny
Steve Irwin?
because
You're not wrong.
yeah, I kind of do, but then also
Yeah.
there's the funny part about the whole thing that I was recently working on. I know I can't stop talking about this fucking thing, but I was recently working on this book, and I'm expanding the characters in total.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had this plan for one character, Dead Center, that I'm actually adding in. His name's Noah Kane, and I was like, I really wanted to do. The personality is already there.
Mhm.
I just looked at it. I mean, kind of a snarky, cocky, but clinically, knows what he's doing.
Okay.
He's not cocky because he's just an asshole. He's actually a bit that way because he's that fucking good.
He is that good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he sees and his power is that he can actually see physics in 3 dimensions, so he can actually see bullet trajectories. He's a sniper.
Oh, that's cool. That's
Um,
very cool.
yeah, so he doesn't even need a scope to actually hit his target. He's that good, and yeah. So I just because for some reason the attitude matched so well, and making him a counter-terror agent, I just had to make him an Aussie. So.
Okay.
Now I got to practice my my Australian accent, and I've realized I can't fucking do Australian. I can do Cockney till the dusk is dawn. I can do Irish, Scottish, Russian. I can do all these different accents, but I can't fucking do Australian. So I need to figure out how to do that one. I've started looking up videos like how to do the accent, and I've been getting better at it, but I'm like nowhere near.
Just
able
watch
to do it.
Aussie streams. Just like binge
I've
watch
done that for a
Aussie.
long time. Now I have picked up on a few things from him. I'm not saying I haven't, but I'm just saying. But there's like inflections that
Yeah.
if you're just listening to him, I just hear him talk. Like, you know, I still hear the
Yeah.
accent, but I'm hearing him talk.
Yeah.
I'm not
I know what you're
understanding and
saying.
picking up the inflections and like understanding the inflections.
Yeah.
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 So that's a little bit of a, it's difficult, but
Yeah.
that
No, I see
reminded
what you
me
mean.
of that.
I'm paying attention to him and what he's saying. I'm not paying
Right.
attention to his accent. Yeah. OG says gotta go to later, y'all.
Bye, OG.
Mr. Q says good night, everyone. I gotta go put the kiddos to bed.
Okay.
Good night.
Q.
Good night. JK says there's tutorials on Aussie accents. I
Yep,
had
I've
the
had to look up
advantage of
some.
knowing an Australian for 7 years. He moved back home 6 months ago. Well, that's too bad. Yeah. Yeah. I can't do any accents at all, period.
It's a gift.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. And I don't have it.
Yeah, I would have to say, like, if I do have a superpower, it's having the voice.
Voices. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we're hitting the 3-hour
We're at
mark.
the 3 hours,
Bang
yeah.
on. So yeah, I'd say we've done real good. Hayden doesn't have a full Aussie accent. He grew up listening to American TV shows, muddled his
Yeah.
accent a bit. Okay, that might be part of it too. Yeah. But Australians are also the best people, just like Welsh, like people who actually speak Welsh tend to be the best singers. Australians, for some reason, tend to be the best at accents, at mimicking accents. So I don't know why, but there you go. But yeah, on that note, thank you so much, Kaiser. I love these
Always.
nights. I enjoy hanging out and shooting the shit.
I
So.
look forward to Mondays. I really do. Which is
Yeah.
weird to say because everybody's like, "Oh God, Monday." I'm like, "Oh, Monday! I get to go
minute.
hang out with Digger and everybody."
Yeah, I know. I'm the same way. I'm like, woohoo! This is, I look forward to seeing everyone. So
Always. A
Yeah.
blast.
Thanks for coming. Thanks, chat, for being here. I will see you. Well, depending on Johnny, I may or may not see you Wednesday morning. Wednesday afternoon, evening, I'll be with Mighty as I always am. And yeah, love you lots. Be well, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
Oh,
Oh, and then there's the delay.
yeah, delay.
Topics change from day to day. Science, art, or history's play. No path too twisted, no trail too thin. She dives right in where to begin. After anything, nothing's too obscure. She'll dig and dig a spirit so pure. From ancient lore to future dreams, every question finds its gleam.